we're alive. It's only been 35 minutes we've been up on here. I mean, seriously, we've been chatting away with all these questions. We finished it. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great
That'd be
day.
funny. See ya. Bye. That'd be hilarious.
Oh man, I have no idea how to use this thing, so I'm still getting set up myself.
No, you're completely fine. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that you could have people join afterwards, but like I said, I don't know. I guess there's
I
like
don't know.
small
This
boxes
tech
on
stuff is interesting.
them. Make that sound.
Well, good morning, everyone in the chat. We got Grind in the house. We got Rookie in the house.
Morning,
Who else? We got Cassandra in the house. Awesome.
morning, everyone.
Stu, I can't hear you.
Oh no, what?
Is it just me?
It might be you.
Oh no, it's me. Hold on.
He's like, no, it's me.
Oh man, I tell you. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Hold on.
That's funny. Oh man, I'm gonna pull everything. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Uh huh. Hybridness, audio issues. We hear him.
All right, all right.
So
I think I can hear you now. Whew.
yeah, we're good.
Audio issues first thing in the morning.
Jesus. Oh, good lord, dude. So check this out. So I don't know what um, your car registration is in your city or state, but here I just had to pay $2,000 to register my car. Yeah, yesterday.
Huh?
Yeah,
$2,000. I think
two
it's
thousand
fifty-six
dollars.
dollars for me. Hold on, I got my registration right here. It
Yeah.
was. It was. Oh, you know what? It was $325. $325 I paid for registration. Holy
Uh,
smokes!
here, let
Two
me.
thousand dollars?
$2,000. Here, let me. I'll break it down for you. It's got the little sayings on it. It's stupid. So you pay motor vehicle tax 304. You got the registration's 15. Then you've got 1,100 for state tax. Then you got 409 for local state tax, or sorry, local sales tax. And then lien fee, title fee. So many other
Well, you could
fees.
deduct the tax portion, right? Is that
I,
tax deductible in your state for registration? I know that's an option. I don't know if your state qualifies. That's a
you
lot of
know,
money.
yeah, no kidding. And that's why most people here don't like to buy new vehicles because let's say you buy something that's like 50 grand, you're talking like 5 grand just to register it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no. I'd leave Nebraska in a heartbeat.
But the gas is cheap.
Then
I mean,
again,
it's like,
New Jersey's horrible too. So I mean, there's an exit tax just to leave the state. If you wanted to move out of the state, they tax you for it just to leave.
what?
Oh, you want to leave? You gotta pay us, and it's not cheap either. It's a couple percent, you know.
What? Wait. So how do so do they tax what do you mean? Is it like the price of like the house you're trying to sell or like, is it
Well,
like
I've
a
never
flat
moved
fee?
out of Jersey, so I don't know how it works. But I know if you move out, there's a tax for it. That's all I know. So they discourage you from leaving the state of New Jersey. Once you're in for life.
Man, that sounds like prison.
That's what they say about Jersey. You know, they got the dumps over there, and then they got the exit tax. It's like you got to deal with it. You know.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found out last Saturday was that I think more times than not, I'm going to start waking up early and working on the weekend. Because, like, I don't start until about noonish.
I
And
did not know that
so,
actually. So that's
yeah,
a good point over there.
uh huh. No. So, I was like, you know what? I can make like 60, $80 even before noon, and then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to, rush during the evenings. And it's the opportunity, like, and like I can, but man, it's like waking up at 6 every day, but that's the grind, right? That's the
You have it too. You have the dedication that obviously you go to the gym. You know, if you want to get it done, you gotta go, right? You pick up and you just go right to it. That's that same mentality you gotta have for gig work. If that's what you want, because you want to test the waters on morning shift and see how that is, you just gotta do it. You can't think about it when you first wake up. You gotta put that alarm up. You can't snooze. You gotta go right to work because there's money to be made in the morning. I'm starting to realize that there's more money in the morning than it is during lunch hour. Dinner rush obviously is a whole different beast, but morning has its there's people still buying coffee. There's still people wanting their breakfast first thing in the morning because they need it for before work. Whatever the case is. So there's still money in the morning side. I think it's still better than the lunchtime shift. My
hmm
opinion. I mean, what do I know? I
nope.
just live in a tax zone where they tax everyone. You know.
Let's see, grind. No, this is just me and hybrid hanging out because hybrid would kill me if we
No,
did
no, 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 no,
anything.
no. I don't think so. Also, let's point out that Heather down in the chat, she went through real estate school. Now I did too, but I don't remember any of that. But she went through real estate
Gotcha.
school. She says here the exit tax is more of a capital gains tax on the sale of your house. So
That's what
she
I
would
thought.
obviously know. She's much
Gotcha.
smarter than I am. So thank you for
Gotcha.
that.
Yep, that is what I thought. Yep, that's the thing that stinks. So you just pay the, oh, man, that's terrible. So you don't even get like your whole the whole amount.
No, no, you pay commissions on real estate agents. You pay the tax man. All these things. Just to leave the state and go down to Florida.
That's insane. So I wonder how it works then with you renting. Is it? I mean, I assume
I
it's
think it's
the
only for homes like do you own
only
a real property. I don't think it's if you're renting. I don't think they're going to tax you. They don't even know you exist, really, to be honest with you. So
right. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, man. Well, do you want to get this thing started?
I thought we already got it started. We still live? Are we live?
Yeah, I was just
We've been talking for 45 minutes prior. Oh, now, yeah, we can get started. We can get started. This is your thing. So, how do you want to do this? You want to just ask questions as we dash? I got to turn on Dasher too.
Same. Yeah. Yeah. Same. I haven't turned on anything, but I wonder if I'm going to turn on Spark. Like Spark's been
Ooh.
really bad in the evenings. Um. So I don't know.
We got to take care of your audience over here. What do we got here? We got, are you guys two competing? I'm tardy to the party. Stephanie, you're not tardy. In fact, we were a little late to the party as well. We're not doing I don't think we're doing a competition. There's not a
Mhm.
competition. Is this EBT versus EBT or EBO versus EBO? No, no, this is just, what did you say in the description it was?
It was what was it? Getting to the nitty gritty with Hybrid
Nit-
Hustler.
Nitty gritty. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we're just going to ask questions today. Have a little fun, talk
Uh-huh.
to you guys.
Yep.
I
Yep.
appreciate it, Stu. I appreciate you doing this.
Absolutely. We've never really like, I guess, talked more in depth about like kind of who we are, like what our interests are, like kind of that aspect of it. So it'll be kind of interesting. Plus, I
I
threw
think it's
down
the first
some.
time I'm actually talking to you.
Yeah.
Man, I feel
Yeah.
a little shy over here, like it's our first date or something. It's our first date. I don't know what to say.
One thing I found out too is that I've got buddies that I've known for 5 or 6 years on the computer side, right? And so the first time that I did something like this, or when I met them in person, it was almost like you knew them for quite a while. It was kind of that weird thing of like it kind of flowed okay.
Yeah.
It like it wasn't weird.
So you
Let's
saying
see.
we've been dating for about 15 years now?
Yep, exactly.
Now it's just all natural now. It's all
And now it's
natural.
out. So yeah,
Oh man. All right.
hustling with hustler. Yep, that's the. Oh,
Hustling. Hustling
you
the
always
hustler or hustling with hustler? Okay.
y'all always think of the best titles, the best names for Dingle. Dude, I tried to find that gif of the bears with the towels, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find something to like have somebody create that. So I'm still trying to figure that whole
Well,
thing out.
Fiverr. Just go with
Yeah.
Fiverr. You could find someone to do something. Absolutely. Make it your own. Absolutely.
That's what I need to do. But I don't think you can invite people through prison because I went into the actual app and I was like, hey, it'd be kind of funny to do this, but I don't think it'll do that. So
Nah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We'll figure it out. All right. What do you got? What questions do you have? Do you
Ooh,
want to? I guess I should turn on. What do you turn it on Spark? Are you turning on Spark?
yeah, I'm gonna turn on Spark. Morning, Kevin. How are you? Yeah, so okay, so I'm gonna turn on Spark. I'm gonna turn on DoorDash, I think, and then I think that's it actually. I don't think Uber's gonna be very busy this or man, my zone's gray right now. That's the first time I've
You
seen
said
it
it's
gray.
gray,
Wow.
gray or
Yeah,
gray.
gray.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
gray.
But it'll be all right. Here,
Mine's
let's
deep
see.
red right now, so I guess I'm gonna get an order as soon as I turn this thing on.
Oh man, this is like the deep questions. The first one's super deep.
Oh, well, okay.
Man,
Mine is super simple too. Like it's like well, we'll go into it, but we're
I
really getting to the nitty gritty apparently.
this is a deep one first thing in the morning. This
Okay.
is what is something you have never truly wrapped your head around?
This question. Holy cow! I'm over here. Who's your role model? And you're over here. Can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, it is what is something you have never truly wrapped your head around?
Um, how do you answer that? Um, uh, how I've gotten this far in life. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I blinked, and it's been 20 years. you know, I just I remember being in high school, and I hated it too. I hated high school. I used to sit in class bored out of my mind for 8 hours, and then I would be like, "How am I going to get through the next 4 years of this?" And then all of a sudden, like that, I'm 25, almost 25 years removed from high school. Not 25, but 20 some plus years. And I'm like, where did it all go? Like, like legit, like legit. I used to make fun of people that were in like their 40s, and I am like nearing that 40, and I can't imagine like how I was feeling then when I was younger, how I was going to feel now because I legit thought it was going to take forever to get to this point. So
Okay.
I don't know. That's that. I guess if I had to answer that question, I guess I should start moving. I should start driving sometimes.
That's what
I'm
I'm
just
doing
sitting
right
here
now.
all like, hey, let's just chat. Uh, yeah, that's my answer.
I guess mine would be, I guess, to follow the same suit. So I was in the military for 4 years, and while I was in it, man, it felt like so long. But I look back now, and it's been like 12 years. I've been out of the military 3 times longer than I was in it, but when I was in it, it just felt like it was, like, 20 years, like, the craziest thing.
Yeah, time definitely. They say that time flies faster, and when you're older, for some reason, time just zooms. So I don't know how that was. Like I remember when I was young, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to get through 4 years of high school. There's no way I'm going to get through my teenage years." And somehow I'm nearing 40, and I'm like, "Holy smokes!" Everything just went like that. So
Right.
actually, and I'll go right into a question for you because you did talk about the service. My father was in the army. My uncle was in the army. I have a lot of family in the army, so thank you for your service. But talk about where first off, what made you get into the service? What branch? Talk about your time. Just go into details about it because I don't think many people know about that.
Right. So basically, straight out of high school, I actually went to the University of Nebraska Lincoln for biochemical engineering, and or was it biomechanical? I think it was biomechanical engineering. And actually, it's a funny story. My roommate at the time did not shower. He smelled really bad. And
Ooh.
so he wore the same shirt over and over and over again. He had yellow pits. He would pop his zit onto the mirror. Okay. And so I didn't study very well. And then when I was up late
You didn't study
trying to
because of the
study,
smell?
oh, dude, it was like, well, so, and then when I was up late, like with my light on at my desk, he would like throw things at the back of my head, like, for example, a frisbee. Now, this was before I was more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but just more confrontational. Like, hey, if you have an issue, let's talk it out. Then I was just like, didn't confront people, didn't talk to people. I mean, and this, like I said, dude, this guy would pop his zits on the mirror on the actual door. It
Oh,
was, yeah, it was bad. And then, basically, my grades kind of just went down the crap hole. Basically, flunked out of college. At that point, my buddy was joining the military, and he was like, "Hey, you should come along." And I was like, "You know what? Why not?" It was, one of those things where a buddy's like, "Let's do this," and I was like, "Hey, I don't have anything else to do," and uh, I honestly didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was 19 at the time.
yeah. I don't think
I
anyone
joined
ever really does.
You know, I joined the hardest branch, the Marine Corps, and man, I tell you what, when I, it's crazy how, I mean, they really do reshape you, and I think they reshape you more than any other branch does,
Yeah.
because, um, you know, once you go through something like that, their boot camp, you almost feel like you can do anything, like invincible. And I know now that I'm not invincible, but it gives you that confidence to really just do anything you put your mind to. And so I joined the Marine Corps. When an open contract, I don't advise anybody to do that. What open contract
What
is
is an open
basically,
contract? Yeah.
so basically you go through boot camp, and then at the very end they assign you your job based off of what's more open. So you could go infantry, go on like the front lines. But me, I got lucky. I got 6541 Aviation Ordnance Repair Systems Technician.
Okay.
It's a long, it's a long title. But basically, all that means was that I assembled rockets, missiles,
You
bombs.
assembled rockets?
hmm Yep.
Wow.
So it's not like a quote unquote building, but you have to just basically take, oh gosh, you're talking probably 5 to 20 parts, assemble them, torque them down to a certain value. And obviously, you have to be, you have to torque it down to a certain measurement, or,
Hmm.
things can go wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really bad. But in any case, so I did that for 4 years. And honestly, the biggest reason why I got out was because the bosses. I mean, you only leave a job because of the bosses. And
Well, what
so
was wrong with the bosses?
basically, they didn't want to teach you. They just
Oh,
wanted to tell you what you needed to do and not show you how. So there was no learning. It was like, hey, we told you to do this. And I'm like, but I don't know how. And they're like, oh well.
yeah.
So you just fail. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
a
it works.
shame. That was kind of how it was when I was at Boeing. I am not going to go into the story about that, but I built aircraft. See, we could have actually been together. I built the aircraft, you built the missiles. I mean, we were both working for the military in some capacity. I was the same way. The boss is just like here, build it to the plans. Just figure it out. So I know how that
Right.
is. So go
Okay.
on. I'm sorry. So how long were you in there for? Are you multiple years?
Yeah, so I was in for, well, no, I was in for, but basically it's 8 years. So you've got four
Okay.
years active and then 4 years inactive. Inactive is
Uh-huh.
basically you just show up once a year, say, hey, I'm alive. And they're like, hey, if you want to come back in, you can. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, I'm not going back in. Sorry, guys. Um, but yeah, it was okay. So I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons why I got out, um, because of this story right here. Um, there was a time when I was in Afghanistan, okay, and when I was in Afghanistan, um, we needed to basically clean up magazines. A magazine was this basically open, like U-shaped area that we kept all the rockets, missiles, and things in, right? And so um, I was working nights, and at the time I was in I think it was E3. So you've got E1, E2, E3, all
Hmm.
the way up to E9, right? So I was at E3. I had an E5 who told me to clean the magazines, basically pick up any trash. And so that's what I did. And this guy, this is no joke. So I'm picking up trash at nighttime, and he would go underneath pallets and start wiping away dirt to find trash. Every trash that he found, I had to fill 100 sandbags.
Wow.
Yep. So I was working 12-hour days, but I could only fill the 100 sandbags on my time off.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
That's putting in time right there. That's hashtag putting in the time.
Yep.
Man.
And, and so when, people, and honestly, so that's one of the main reasons of why, I've been working 12 plus hour days for years. I mean, even when I got out of the military, I went into QA for a manufacturing company, and I was doing 12 to 16-hour days there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Very
know,
disciplined.
yeah. Uh, but honestly, it was a good experience, but I would never do it again. Nope,
You say that as
never,
you're
ever.
older, but would you go back? If you were back to being 18 years old, would you do it all over again?
You know what? think I think I would have done this. I don't know if I would have done the Marine Corps. I definitely would have done something like the Army National Guard, and I would have gone to IT because I looked
Yeah.
into it 2 years ago, and they no kidding give you an $80,000 sign-on bonus.
Wow.
Yeah.
But do you have to stay on for a certain period of time? Like you have to do it, or you have to pay it back, or they're just giving you that bonus?
Well, so they give you half up front and then half at the end of your contract that you sign, and usually they're
Oh,
I think
okay.
like 6 to 8 years.
Okay.
So, but they
Makes
do
sense.
take excuse me, but they do take the taxes out too. So you're not getting the full. You're getting probably like 26 or 28 grand, something like that. But still, I mean,
Hey, you know what? It's money, right? And if it helps you in any certain way, why not, right?
right, exactly. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna see what chat's saying. It's been going off like crazy. You guys. Let's see. What's Chuck going up? Chuck, start with a platinum. Okay. Yeah, rookie platinum, dude, it makes a big difference. Um, it's hard to do with part time due to enough orders. You know what, Steph? It's honestly hard. I mean, even for a platinum dasher in a gray zone, usually I get an order, all the time. I haven't gotten one yet. It's been like 20 minutes. So, let's see. All right, I got another one.
Okay.
All right. What's something you've always wanted to learn how to do?
Oh man, there's a lot of things. For one, it's crazy. I wanted to be a professional wrestler when I grew up. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by entertaining others, and to get into the ring and just get, you say nitty gritty. I just wanted to. I had that like aspiration of just wanting to go and beat people up and entertain people at the same time. That was always something I wanted to learn. Um, but growing up and going through high school and in college, there's always been this thing in the back of my head. Like, I've always wanted to program. I just wanted to like make things, and build it and be creative. And that way, I have this like creative side in me that I don't know. I just want to learn new things all the time, but primarily I want to learn things that I can make more things, make things that's going to help me grow or help me learn or help me make money, whatever the case is. I just love doing that. So I wish I would have spent more time in computer science classes, because I gave up really fast on that. If I should have spent more than one semester learning computer science, because I think I would have been really, really, good at that. But I don't think I was great in math to do computer science well. But yeah, there's a couple things. I wanted to be a wrestler. I wanted to be a professional chef. And I wanted to be a painter. I used to watch Bob Ross videos, and I still do. I watch him for other reasons, though. I watch him for ASMR to go to sleep. But besides the point, I watch Bob Ross like it was religion, and I used to watch him every single day. So
Okay. Awesome.
I can
Awesome.
hear feedback. I don't know if that's you.
Um,
Is that me or is that you?
that might be you because I don't hear any of it.
Holy cow! Did you guys hear that? I, my my audible book was playing randomly. It just started playing. It was reading from the book, and I'm like, what does that sound? Is Stu watching someone else? He's like, yeah, I don't care about what you had to say. I'm gonna watch you right now. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I
Good
apologize,
Lord.
everyone. Sorry. My book started playing. Uh, anyways,
I, think-
so
I
what about
swear,
you?
I swear, you always have some type of issue with.
And it's crazy because I love audio. Like, I think audio is the most important thing in almost anything you do. Like, if it's books, if it's making a YouTube channel, it's a movie. Like, sound is like, and this is coming from a guy who has a bad left ear and can't barely hear in his left ear. So, and I think sound is extremely important. I'm not an audiophile, but like, I buy headphones like every 6 months, almost like how people buy sneakers or they buy the newest shades or whatever. I buy new headphones, it seems like every 6 months to a year. So that's just the way I am. Yet I can barely hear in my left ear.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. Give me 1 second. Let me see what Steph said.
Whoa,
It is
Stephanie over there.
absolutely, Steph. Oh my God.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I'm only up for 2 hours at a time, so I do more DoorDash on some days than others. There's your chance I get 100 orders. Ooh, oh yeah, because you got to schedule, right, Steph? Because I think only, isn't it gold where you can dash now? Or did they take that away for gold? See, I don't even know. I've just been the platinum, so. But I
Oh,
think gold you
oh,
can.
I've just been platinum. That's all. I
How's
don't
your
even know what
platinum? Oh my
gold
God.
is. Silver? Oh, no, no. Get away from me. I'm a platinum.
I'm a platinum. Sorry,
I'm a
guys.
platinum.
Uh,
Platinum Stew. You're gonna see his new profile picture. instead of the red on the car, it's all gonna be platinum. You're gonna have platinum diamonds all over the place.
Oh God,
Platinum still.
dude, I have to do the cooking one, but like I need it to where like, cause for some I would say so me I'm kind of like weird at times, and so like I wanted to like zoom in at certain points. Like I just like to have fun. I'm super goofy all the time. Like to make people laugh. Um, but I need to figure out how to like I need to show my girl how to like zoom in at certain times. I need to have her help. So, but
See, I have a problem with making people laugh. I'm not good in comedy. I just apparently people laugh at me more about my instead of my jokes. So I just have a knack of just people laughing at me. When I grew up, I'm telling you, I have so many home videos of my mom just like shooting, and her from the old video cameras. Back then, we had these big video cassette recorders, and you used to like have to like hold it in your shoulder and you used to film. And I used to be always in front of the camera. Like I used to love being in front of the camera and just making fun of myself, being like a fool. I was never funny, but I was funny to laugh at. And that's how I grew up and how I am. So
okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. See, I was always so going back to the question really quick.
yes, we're totally off topic. Go ahead, Stu.
Well, I'll reiterate on back. I'll like flop back and forth. I'm pretty bad at that. But anyways, um, so let's see. Something that I've always wanted to do. Honestly, it would probably be. I've always wanted to. I would say go to Germany.
Okay.
Um, because that's where at least on my dad's side, his heritage is. And my dad used to tell me all these stories about, him having fun and driving, 150 miles per hour down the Autobahn in his
Uh
Camaro that he
huh.
bought over
Yep.
there. So, he was always saying like, hey, you can get, go into this store and, there'd be like a cafe, but it would be like not a cafe, but you could get brownies and all this other stuff.
I heard
So
that they were going to put a cap on that. Did they ever put a cap on it? Are they ever thinking about that?
I'm not positive to be honest.
It's still
I don't know.
completely open, right? You can go as fast as you want down there. Is that what it
Oh
is?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
And no fatalities, right?
no. I mean, well,
Well, the ones every so often we don't talk about those, right?
a couple. Well, so honestly though, if you didn't know, so I-5 in Cali, it tech, I think they ended up taking the speed limit off of that interstate.
Yeah.
I know they had it when I was there back in 20 like 13,
Was it
but I
80
think
or 75?
was that
Was it 75 or 80?
the
The
speed
limit.
limit?
Yeah.
I think it was 80, but
Yeah, I
dude,
think it was 80. Yeah.
people did. I mean, even way back then, people didn't care. Like, I think they have zero. I mean, you'd have people going 80 in the far right lane. Even on the left are going 120 plus.
Holy
Like,
cow.
yeah, it is absolutely insane. But yeah, I'd say probably go to Germany was one thing that I've always wanted to do. Um, I don't think many people know, so I'm going to kind of touch on, um, you know, kind of along the lines of me being a kid. So I don't think you know either that I was actually an extremely heavy kid. Like, to put into perspective, I was in size 36 men's jeans by the fifth grade.
That's thin in my standards. Holy smoke.
But
I
I
mean,
was,
that haven't been that, and I don't know. I was in high school.
yeah, see, what was it? Yeah, fifth grade. So I was probably 11 years old. And I had a bigger waist than I do right now, being 33. And so, I mean, I was a heavy, heavy kid. Um,
Yeah,
and I
you
got
have
made
to put
fun
the
of.
emphasis on the heavy, heavy. You know, you had to put the extra emphasis on the heavy.
Well,
Thank
it
you. I
was like,
appreciate that.
well, so like, sorry. Uh, but there was, yeah, to me, it was, I got bullied a whole lot. And so, um, the only way that I lost the weight is I was actually bulimic for like 3 or 4 years. Um, and I would eat one bag of small potato chips. Um, and so,
One small bag of potato
uh-huh,
chips.
uh-huh, it was those itty bitty ones of like
Those
300
quarter-sized
calories.
ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then even then, I would still, be bulimic. And so, yeah, that's kind of, so I would guess, back then I always wanted to just not be heavy set, not get made fun of. And so, that's honestly why now one of the biggest passions is going to the gym. It's, one, to build that confidence, and two, um, kind of, I would say kind of the other thing is to quote unquote be a protector, if that kind of makes sense. So not to dive too deep into my childhood, but my dad is an alcoholic still.
Mm.
He put his hands on my mom, my brother, and I. So kind of why I am the way I am is kind of how I was shaped, as a kid, and what came out of that. Now, my brother went the alcoholic route, and I went video games and going to the gym. So it's kind of interesting how people will gravitate towards certain things.
Yeah.
But
You see that a lot with brothers. That one will go in a completely different direction. I'm not saying good or bad, but like, one could be into games and then one could be like book smart. It's crazy how brothers could be completely different, but yet be same in any other aspect. So.
right, yeah, it's so I know about Tourette's because my brother has it,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he is still to this day self-conscious. And I'm like, George, funny thing is, so my name is Stuart, my brother's name is George, and guess where those names appear? Guess what movie?
I don't know what movie.
Stuart Little. Stuart
Oh, yeah,
has
yeah,
a
yeah,
brother
yeah.
named George. Yep, yep,
Yes,
uh-huh, yep. So I
that's an
got that.
interesting tidbit. I
Uh-huh,
didn't know that.
yep. So we got that all the way up through high school. But anyways, so my brother has Tourette's. I think he has bipolar as well. He has ADHD, and so that's how And he still says hey, I don't do certain things, or I don't say certain things, or don't do things a certain way because I don't want it to come out. And I'm like, George, I don't notice it. Being completely honest, I don't. And me as a kid, I have a stuttering problem, and you hear it
Yeah,
every so often. I mean,
yeah.
it went away for the most part, but during the military, at some point, it came back, and even
Mm,
now, it still comes back, and I have to think about what I'm saying and restructure my
hmm.
sentences because those like ST words I get caught on. It's those
And that's
STs.
the first two letters of your first name.
Right. So funny story is when I was in elementary school playing football, we had to say our names to the audience, and
Oh,
I got stuck on my own name trying to say it.
wow.
Yep, I was I'm I couldn't say it. It was so bad.
Hmm.
And so, you know, the good thing is that YouTube has really, helped with speaking. I mean, it's really helped with
Yeah.
um, getting over that fear that honestly most people don't notice it. You'll hear it here and there, but I'm thinking about it more than other people are seeing it. So
I think about it. I'll tell you something. It's interesting hearing other people's stories because I think we all go through it, and we don't allow ourselves to like be more open about it unless we hear others talk about it. So for me, I'm super cautious at like every minute of the day because I know I experience it all day long. I have an eye tick issue, and I know people have seen it. I have a shoulder where my right shoulder it just moves nonstop, and I have to control that. I really do. Like I sometimes like my left hand can be open, but my right hand I have to put in like a pocket or I have to put it someplace where I can hold on because otherwise, I start ticking with my right shoulder. And it's hard to even talk about it because some people are like, well, you can control that, can't you? I'm like, I have to because otherwise it's showing nonstop. And I talked to plenty of neurologists, and they all tell me the same thing. They all told me it's stress related. You just got to stop being stressful in your life. Okay, you tell
yes,
me how that works. Tell me how that works to be less stressful. I didn't start noticing any of this stuff until I worked at Boeing, and I started noticing the eye twitches, and I started noticing the shoulder. It's never pain. It was just moving as uncontrollable like ticks, and funny, not funny. It really wasn't funny, but there was this show. Um, oh, it was on MTV. I'm trying to figure out it was like real life or something. Real life. If anyone says it down in the chat, that'd be great. But it was back in like the '90s/2000s. There was a show called like Real Life, and they would document people's real life. Anyways, so there was this friend that I knew from college days, and actually I knew her from where I think I knew her from high school too. Either way, she was dating this person, and it was all for the camera. It was all show. And she dated this guy with Tourette's, and I was just fascinated with the whole of what was going on. Wouldn't you know? I was diagnosed with mild Tourette's, less than 10 years later, and I don't have the exact same thing of most people would be having Tourette's, but I have the speech impediment. I've always had that since I was when I was a kid, and then I had the eye issues, and then the ticks on the shoulder, and sometimes it's on the hands. Like I have to like move my hands out a little bit. It's just little things that, and I try to control it, and I try to hide it. It's very hard to hide it, but I think what you said, YouTube, it was True Life. Yeah, it was True Life. Um, I think
oh
YouTube
yeah,
really helped. But you know what? Even before YouTube, it was in sales. I had to learn how to talk to people, and I had to learn how to calm myself down. Like if I talk too fast, like I'm doing now, that's not because I'm stressed. It's because I'm noticing myself doing things. So I try to speed it up. What I've learned was just calm it down, have a nice conversation, start insinuating the words out of your mouth, and try to highlight what you're talking about. People can resonate with that, right? And they just feel more calm.
right.
And so when doing that practice in sales, I've learned to control my tics. I've learned to control my facial expressions and my eyes and everything else because I'm purposely trying to calm myself down. And so when people say you should meditate and such, I do believe that it works, but I don't do it as often because I'm just not in that mindset to actually sit and actually meditate. But sure, I tell you something, if I were to do that a few times a day, a few minutes a day, it would be a huge difference on my outlook, and how I can control my ticks because it's definitely sometimes uncontrollable and it gets really bad. Like if I'm not on camera and I was dashing right now, oh, I'd be ticking like nonstop. But when I'm on camera, it's almost like I'm calming everything down. I'm slowing down time. So
Okay. Okay. So my brother, so when I was a kid, he would do this a lot. You go, and
oh,
I
I
don't
do
know
that all the
what.
time. All the
Mhm,
time. Yeah.
mhm. Yep. And
It's
so
almost like
he
you're out of
said,
breath. It's like you're
right,
trying to gasp for air. I do that all the time.
gotcha. Yeah, that was one thing that he would do. And he doesn't do it. I haven't seen him do it since I was a kid. But one thing he does still is he has to smell everything. So he will
Hmm.
take everything and like and just to see like how it's
Yeah.
even food. He has to like smell the food before he eats it. That's his thing. So I'm like, hey
No,
man, that's
I, not that I know how that is. But I do have. I feel like my sense of smell is heightened ever since I started losing the sense of the hearing in my left ear, because smell has been one of those things where I can smell things from across the room, across the area, and almost like it's enlightened a little bit and heightened up a little bit, because I get freaked out on the smallest smell. And Heather will talk about it. She knows. If I smell like smoke from three doors down, three houses down, they're barbecuing, I freak out. I'm like, oh, something wrong in this house? Is there a fire in the house? And then she goes, no, no, they're just barbecuing three doors down. You know, there's just smoking a pig over there. That's not, you don't have to worry, but the house is not on fire. But
okay.
it's so crazy. Like my sense of smell has been heightened up, where I smell a lot of things, and I can smell. I almost feel like I'm like a dog. I'm like, I smell that a mile away. That's just the way it is. I don't know. It's not always about food, okay? But when I smell something, especially smoke, it alerts me like that. So
Gotcha. Have you
I
gotten
got a
it?
question for you.
Uh-huh.
Well, go ahead. What were you going to say? I don't want to interrupt you.
Have you gotten an order yet?
No, I've been sitting here. That's why I've been going around thinking there's no hotspot. It was a
Gotcha.
hotspot, and now I'm not getting anything. Have you?
They Yep, they gave me an order about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well,
Uh,
what'd you order?
no, look at it. It's a $10 for 5.5 miles. It's a Jimmy Egg and a McDonald's one.
All right. Well, maybe I'll
Mhm.
get something soon, but go ahead. Yeah, wherever you have to do.
Yeah. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go run in here, grab
One,
this, and then
two. Oh,
okay, 2.5. Actually, here, let me read some chat. 'Cause sorry guys, we've been just kind of going back and forth. Let's see. Me and my sister went in completely different directions. Also, you're a natural stew, Steph. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is still rough, but if I can fake it till I make it, that's all I need to do. Never know if you didn't talk about it. Let's see, with me and my sister. I never noticed it. Your personality is the only thing that stands out to me.
all right.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's the
Stephanie.
thing. Awesome. Yeah, it's like most people, it's like they get, we notice it, right? Because we are the ones that are constantly trying to hide it. But
Yeah.
if we don't say anything, people are like, yeah, maybe just fumbled on something or re-says a word
Right.
a certain number of times. Okay. My sister's 37 years old and still listens to my mom. Doesn't try to do anything for herself. She's entitled.
I'm still
Um,
waiting. And now it just popped up red. It's crazy. I've just been sitting here. Top
thank
priority,
you.
right? Top priority. You get nothing.
Ooh, that stinks, HH. Maybe Uber? Uber. Uber too?
Uber.
Uber,
Uber.
I don't I mean, actually, it's weird. I don't think to turn on Uber because I don't think anybody would order Uber at, 7 in the morning my time. Like,
Yeah, that it is 7 o'clock your time, isn't it? That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it is
Crazy. You're up
early.
early today. Early
Yeah,
bird.
I
Obviously,
am.
you're getting the worm. You got $10 order.
Yes, sir. All right, give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna run in here really, really quick and grab this. Give me like
All
two
right.
seconds.
I'll just sit here and wait. Waiting for an order. Nothing, guys. Look at this. It says 2 to 9 minutes over there. 2 to 9 minutes. And I've been going through the parking lot thinking like I was going to get something. I haven't gotten none. This is eye opening for me because I make videos because I don't make videos because I'm scared of being vulnerable. You two seem like naturals. Uh, I I am extremely nervous every time I put the camera on. Like you can imagine, like you're putting yourself out there to millions of people. Yeah, there might only be five, six, seven people, 10 people on a stream, but it's eventually it gets watched by can be watched by anyone. And so I feel you. I feel like it is a vulnerable situation, but I think as as the years have gotten by and I've gotten older, and they say you get wiser, but I think as you getting older, you just don't care about people anymore. It's like what their opinions are. If they have something negative to say, I don't care. I just do my thing. Certain things obviously will annoy me or, drive me crazy sometimes, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to do whatever makes me happy, whatever makes me, get up in the morning, have the motivation to go out and do whatever. Because I did this stuff when I was younger. I went and worked for a 9 to 5. I worked for these big corporations, and I don't know. That wasn't what I wanted, and so I do what I want to do now. And if you don't like what I do, that's fine. There's millions of others on YouTube. I heard the stat that it was like 5 million YouTube channels out there that every year there's at least another 2 to 5 million more channels that get created. It's crazy. It's a
Mm-hmm.
crazy stat that there's so many that get created, and you can just imagine how many videos it comes out of there. So, Stephanie, I would say, don't feel like if you want to do it, if you want to be on camera, go and do it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, and don't get punch fear right in the face and just go right ahead into it. But if you don't want to do it, then don't force yourself either. Like, don't make it a big
Yo,
deal. Just because others do it doesn't mean you should either. So just keep that in mind.
this Walmart
People
one's
are mean. Absolutely. Sorry, Stu. What did you say?
no. Sorry, I'm looking at this Walmart one. It's $18 for 8 miles. It's 3 drop-offs. But
Man, you
they're
got
all
a
like,
dirty stack?
well, I'm thinking about it. It's 9 items, 11 and 11. Um, but it's kind of taking me. I mean, kind of way out in the boonies. So I don't know if I want to go out in the boonies
Yeah.
or not.
$18 for 8 miles, and there's three drop offs. See, I don't know how it is in your Walmart, but my Walmart, I got to wait about a half hour to get stuff. So
Um,
it's never worth it for me to get anything under $20 because I already know I'm going to be waiting at least 15 minutes, maybe close to a half hour, and I can't take that chance. You know.
um, no, mine is really good. Um, roughly, I mean, from when I get there until they load me, about 10 minutes.
Oh no! And they load you in New Jersey. They don't load you. We have to
What?
load ourselves. We have to bag everything and load it because in New Jersey we have a plastic bag ban. So we have to bag it ourselves. They give you reusable bags and they give you everything in these crates and you just have to they say goodbye and then they walk away and we bag everything. We put everything in the car and then we bring the crates back to the front area. So it's usually a
No.
process, especially if it's a large order. You're sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes trying to bag everything up. So,
What? Oh, dude, yeah, no, I guess we're bougie then, because I mean,
no,
they.
every other state does it except for New Jersey, apparently, because I've seen every other state get loaded. I remember watching Mushi, and I'm like, the first time I started watching him when he was doing Spark, I'm like, what is this? They loaded it for him, and then when I watched Chuck do it, and they were just loaded, I'm like, man, here in New Jersey, no, they say they give it to you. It's like, have a good day, and then they walk out, and I got to
Good day.
bag everything.
Have a good day. See ya.
Yeah, and then if you have an issue, oh, forget about trying to grab them. They never come back out of there, so you're always just sitting there by the door, like, I need help, and they won't come out for like 5 minutes later. So I've sat out there at a Spark loading area for almost an hour one time, just sitting there waiting for my order or doing whatever. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all sometimes. So sometimes, like Sam's Club is okay. Sam's Club is better because they are usually faster, typically, and the orders are better. Like I'll be very picky and selective with Sam's Club, but with Walmart, I'm not getting anywhere near a Walmart parking lot for anything under $20. That's just my opinion.
Dang. See, Sam's Club is worse here. I can never get hold of. So they have they have an issue where if it is the reorders or if they miss something and people put in another order to get their one item, they'll pair them with like five or six. And in the evenings,
Mm-hmm.
they're usually like $40 for like 10 miles. So
Yeah.
you can get, 6 drops done in that hour. The issue is that you wait outside, you put in the parking number, and then you can never get a hold of them. But they also don't see it on their end, but you can't get a
Yeah.
hold of them. So then I got to call every time, then ask an employee. I mean, it's just a hassle.
Yeah, at
But
Sam's Club, especially in the afternoon, it's always like you get 5, 6, 7 batches all at the same time. Yeah.
mhm,
Good money though.
right, but the few times I have actually the one time was it was a two item. I got paid $40 to go 12 miles. It took me 40 minutes, and it was a
Wow.
big thing of paper towels and a big thing of toilet paper, and that was
That's
it.
it?
That was it.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't been that lucky yet.
Hmm.
I've gotten
Yeah.
I've gotten an $80 order at Sam's. It was to one person. I think that was my highest Sam's Club order, $80, and it was going maybe under 10 miles. But he had a lot of stuff. This is back when I had the Benz, and the Benz is not like the truck. I mean, I would fill up that trunk and then the back seat, and people were looking at me like, "Would you buy everything at Sam's Club?" No, I'm delivering. I'm sorry, but I mean, I got some good money on it, but then when I got the truck, I used to get larger orders. I was getting 80, $90 orders. But then it just like stopped, and then I was just only getting 20, $30 Sam's Club. And to me, it wasn't really worth it because the mileage was always be long. But
Right.
Sam's Club has its benefits, though. I like Sam's Club.
See. Yeah. No.
Still
Dude,
waiting. Look at this, 3 to 11 minutes. It's been almost like 30 minutes. We've been talking for an hour, and I still haven't gotten anything.
and yours was red. Mine was gray.
Unreal. Platinum. Top priority.
Top
Top
priority.
priority.
Dude, that must mean that I mean no one's getting anything in your area right now. That's
I don't
crazy.
even see my regulars. I usually see the regular dashers. I don't see them anywhere. So I don't know
Inter-
what's going on here.
I wonder if everyone's out taking their mom out. Wait,
That is a true statement. Yeah.
it's tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Yeah. To
Okay.
Mother's Day. Not to sound bad, but my mother passed and my mother-in-law passed within months of each other back in 2021. So it's definitely a little of a difficult time for both of us, for Heather and I. But yeah, I totally didn't even realize it was Mother's Day weekend. I didn't even think about it. So, but I get now that I see flowers all over at the corner area, everyone's selling flowers and things like that. So I guess it is Mother's Day weekend.
Do you know what's crazy? So every time I get a DoorDash order, I send the customer that message. It says, "Hi Greg, I hope you're having a good morning, day, evening. I'll be on my way shortly." You'll be surprised. This is no joke. I would say probably 5 out of every 100 deliveries, I will get more tip on top of that, either cash or
Interesting.
yep.
Maybe that's why I'm getting the 1 star and the no tip because I don't say anything to my customers. I just got one finally. I just got
Nice.
one, $6 plus for going 2 miles of Chick Fil
Ooh,
A.
can you
Yeah,
throw
I'll
that my
definitely
way?
accept that. Yeah, let's
Can you
go.
throw
What do
that
we
my
got at
way?
Chick Fil A? We got 4 items at Chick Fil A: an iced
Ooh.
coffee, biscuit, scramble bowl, minis. All right, let's go.
So
So I do have a
those
question for you, unless it's your turn. I don't even know whose turn it is.
I think it's my turn, but give me two seconds. I'm gonna run into
Yeah.
the McDonald's quick because I gotta
Man,
go
you
pick
got
up
two
that.
orders already. You're up 2 orders to none. Well, I got
Well,
one.
so the $10 one was a stack for Jimmy's and McDonald's going to the same customer.
Okay.
Hmm. Oh yeah, because okay, so he ordered like the main meal from Jimmy's. Here is just coffee, orange juice, Coke, sausage, egg McMuffin, and hash browns.
I love when customers order from two different restaurants. I just love those type of stacks. You know, I
I
I
would
I can I don't mind going to two different stores, but I only have to make one drop off. A okay with me.
right, absolutely. All right, man. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be back.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
be right back too. I'm just got to the Chick-fil-A.
Sounds good.
We're gonna leave you guys
I'll
there. Garden State, Sonny,
Gardner,
how
what
you
up,
guys
man?
doing? Appreciate you.
Guys,
We'll both leave now.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we have just been chatting it up. It's awesome. We're it's like, I mean, it's just flowing smoothly. So, Garden, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. Sonny, I'm sorry I missed you. I appreciate you coming in. I know you just stepped out. Grind is always grinding her things. What do you guys have planned for today? Heather, I didn't say hi. I'm sorry. I apologize. Me and me and the Mr. HH have been just going back and forth about everything. So, woo, man, it is absolutely gorgeous out today, and people don't look both directions. Like, what are you doing? Holy, holy crap, bro! Do not look. Oh my god, what is going on? Oh, okay, so that guy, he only looked one way while he was backing out. Like, he didn't look my way. That was the crazy thing, is this dude only looked like there was like two or three cars to his right, and then you've got the curb and some grass, right? So that was he was looking that way, not the opposite way where there's so much more open parking lot. I was like, bro, what do you do? What are you doing? And so that's why you saw me do this. I was like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you looking both ways? That was insane. Some people, man. What a great first date, Stu. Right?
What are you talking about, Stu? We've been dating for how many years now?
15 apparently.
15 years.
Uh I was just saying that this dude was pulling out of his parking spot and he only looked one way. Like, he was just doing this. I was on his left side. He was only looking that way, but there was like two or three cars to his right, then a curb, then a whole bunch of grass. Back to his left was just a huge open parking lot. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what? What?
You
You only
forgot
went
that part
one.
of in grade school where you gotta look both
Oh,
ways. You know.
insane. I don't get it. Oh man, it is getting hot here though.
Good morning, Cassandra. Good morning, Dash and Maverick.
Good morning, everyone.
Remember, I
Maverick,
gotta
what's
go
going on?
5 minutes. 5 minutes away. All right.
Maverick, what time is your live? Isn't it here in like the next? I think yours is in the next hour.
You know, this reminds me of like Saturday morning cartoons where you knew that from 7 in the morning to 10 a.m. there was always something. It's like
Mhm.
we got us first thing in the morning, then you got Dash Maverick and Roy, and it's like you keep going. You have your Monday or Saturday morning stuff that you want to watch. You know, it's great.
Yo, I won't lie. It is like, I love watching everybody post. I love watching everybody grow. Man, there is so much content. I have trouble keeping up with everyone's content.
Yep.
Oh man, it is a lot. I'm just like, oh gosh, they got a video, they got one, they got a short, they got one. I was like, dang.
And YouTube, you know, is so smart that it recommends you so many other pieces of content. Not even in like the gig tube, like I'm getting recommendations for the craziest and wildest things, and I'm like, only because I watched one creator talk about this, now I'm getting all the videos recommended just because they think I like it or something. It's There's so much content out there to watch. that I'm overwhelmed sometimes, and I barely watch TV. Like I don't even have time to watch TV anymore. But yet I get bombarded with so much other content to watch. It's fascinating. It really is. But I enjoy watching people, especially going live. I like just seeing people in their real time do stuff. You know.
Right. Oh man, this I forgot. Some of these questions are like, I mean, they're really good, but they're like making you think ones, and I was like, man,
All
I didn't
right.
get to the funny
Whatever you
ones,
got.
right? Oh, good lord. Give me a second. Let me actually here. I'll just ask you. If you could make one change in your life, no matter how impossible it seemed, what would that change be?
Man, these are in-depth questions. Holy smokes. Only one thing, really.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna give this a simple answer because I mean there really is legit like many things I could change. I don't regret anything. Like I would redo my life the way it is, in a heartbeat. But there's always little things that I would have said. I'll, I'll be honest, like back in high school, like it doesn't seem like now, but I was super shy. Super shy. Like I wouldn't talk to anyone. I rarely had friends that I would just like hang out with all the time. I mean, I had a friend or two, but not often. And you would think like, hey, I'm super bubbly now, right? Back then, I wouldn't talk to nobody. And so I would, if I had the knowledge now that I know now, back then, I would have definitely changed to myself to be just more open, personable. Back in high school, I would have got to know a lot more people because I look at my friends. I say friends, but I look at my high school like cohorts now, and they're like super awesome to like talk to and just super down to earth, personable. Back then, I thought that they were just like so above me that I could never be at their level, and now they're like, yeah, we're cool, That's just me.
Gotcha. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go drop this off quick, and I'll be right back. One sec.
The customer wants their food.
That's what I was gonna. I was like, I'm outside their door. They're probably staring at me like, "Where's my food?"
I'm 2 minutes away to become a millionaire. I mean, I think everyone would want to become a millionaire, but then you got to look at what could go wrong if you're a millionaire. I mean, probably nothing, you would think, but I don't know. But how would you become the millionaire? That's the thing. Like everyone should say it. I mean, you can probably play the special lottery or gamble, and you know exactly who won. You got the almanac, you know. Hey, Red, how you doing? I'm 1 minute away now.
Oh man, it is already getting hot. Good lord.
Man, these are some in-depth questions. All I got questions about was like, who's your role model, and what do you what type of fruit do you like? And, and I got like, I'm like in psychology over here. I got sociology class, and you guys are asking me like this midterm exam question. Holy smokes! I got to take notes on this now.
I mean, you said to come up with some questions. I was like, I just found some like, this is interesting. Oh, look at this one. Oh, look at that one. I
So,
think.
I do have a question for you.
Uh huh.
Let me go to the, actually, let me just ask it first. Um, what you can think about this. By the time I come back, then you can answer it. But what got you into YouTube? Like, what made you want to be a YouTuber?
Hmm. Good
And
question.
obviously, you're a super high end YouTuber that everyone looks after. So I want to know, like, what made you get.
Hmm. Absolutely. Let's see. I'm gonna look at chat. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Red, what's going on? Heather, let's see. Recently, I've been watching Storm Chasers. You know what, Heather? I got in the same boat. I was watching because of the tornadoes here in Omaha. Yeah, I went down that same path. I was like, ooh, tornadoes. Ooh, they just keep popping up. And I keep watching them too, so I know exactly how that feels. Man, it is so bright this morning. Ooh, live debt free. Okay, all right, Cassandra. Yo, honestly, you'll hear about it here in a second, but yeah, that is. I think that's everybody's goal. Um, to have no debt, become a millionaire. Man, only if. Woo! Only if I sell 1 million really Lewis shirts, I'd be a millionaire. So think about this, like, if everybody, I mean, if you had a million people give you $1 million, or sorry, if you had a million people give you $1, you'd have $1 million. It's just, isn't that like a crazy thought? Like to, I would say to most people, a dollar isn't everything. But if a million people gave $1 to one person, they'd have $1 million, and they'd be a millionaire. Insane.
So, Stu, why aren't you doing it? Maybe you should have like a website or a GoFundMe. Just everyone give me a penny and see how many pennies you get. You'd probably be a millionaire.
That'd be
I mean,
that
it's 1 penny. I mean,
that's interesting. Actually, that would be an interesting experiment.
everyone
It's
Venmo Stu 1 penny.
1 penny.
He's gonna
So
get a whole
just
bunch of Venmos now for 1 penny.
let's see.
We're
Do you
gonna have to
like
call you
the
Penny Stu.
stew? What fruit do you like? What fruit do I like? Honestly, I go either bananas or apples. It's probably my go-to fruits.
Mine's a pear. Like I can eat pears. I love pears. Yeah, pears and apples are my thing.
So the YouTube thing. So it was, man, I think it was. I wanted when I start to do something, I want to know everything about that subject. And I've gotten recently into watching YouTube videos and looking information up on it. And I was just watching a lot of YouTubers, and the only thing I was seeing was people talking crap on DoorDash. And at the time, that's the only app that I was doing. And so I was looking at what people were doing, and they're like, "Oh, this is trash. I'm not making any money." And I was like, "Huh." I was like, "Well, I want to show people that these gig apps aren't trash. They're a way that you can be more free, have more freedom than just just feeling like you're stuck, in a mindless job day after day after day." And
Yeah,
one of the biggest things is to just basically, just encourage people, and bring a positive mindset to the gig community. Because honestly, I still have nothing bad to say. Um, my experiences, for the past year and a half now, I've been making consistently $500 a week with DoorDash. That's only working, 20 hours
yeah.
or under. So, I mean, I really don't have any issues with the app. So, like I don't see the issues that you had. But then on the other end of it, once you got to Top Dasher or once you got Platinum, now you see like the opposite side. So you've seen both sides of what DoorDash could be, and what it is if you don't meet their criteria. So
I don't think that there's anything like I honestly and we're always going to have our bad days, right? We're always going to have bad days where one app is not as good as the other, or not as good as how it was the day before. I don't have anything to say bad about any of these apps. I get up every single day, every single morning with the gratitude that I can go and do whatever I want to do today. And that's the freedom. If I get all caught up in the drama of these apps, like, oh, this app is not paying me today, or it sucks. You got to cherry pick, or you gotta take every order. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that. I just get up in the morning. I enjoy my day. I have my coffee first thing in the morning. I go to work. And that's I am so in a better position now than I was, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I was working nonstop. I was working my tail off every single day for what? Just to not spend any time home with family. So I was working so much overtime. I'd rather go on the road and just take in the sunlight, right? The sun is going to give you so much more energy, and you feel better. You feel more positive. I couldn't imagine being a worker at Amazon where there's not one window at any of those warehouses. If you ever looked at those warehouses, it's crazy. There's no windows, there's no sunlight, no daylight, anything. All you get to see is your work every single moment. And I get to work and do whatever I'm happy to do, and it makes me grateful that I have this opportunity. So
Right.
for me, I don't need to, bad talk any of these apps because, hey, they're giving me this opportunity. That's the way I think about it.
Right.
And if they're not
Right.
paying me, I'll go make money some other way. Like, I'm just going to do whatever I need to do to afford and take care of my family, but then also at the same time take care of my mental health, because I think that's
Right.
most important.
Awesome, Cassandra. Woo! I love DoorDash. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I like DoorDash over every other app. And people talk crap about it. I'm like, I love it. Like, it keeps me busy. It's the most consistent money, like day in and day out. I love it. Um, and to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying, so it's DoorDash and these apps have enabled me to, I mean, I was, well, until this car, but I was paying off all my debt, still doing it. All I've paid off all my debt 3 to 4 years ahead of time. And like I said, how many people can say, they can afford 2 or 3 cars, or, go on vacations,
Right.
save up, this and that? Like, it's afforded me the opportunity to work when I want, but be able to not stress about money. Really, like, man, I used to stress so bad, and not have money to do stuff. Now, dude, I can spend $20 here and there, and I have no worries. So,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. I think being at a 9 to 5, it put a lot of strain on people, that you have to continue doing this in order to sustain whatever you have
oh,
to.
I have a DoorDash for Alec. Thank you. Sorry,
So
I
real
just
quick,
checked in.
are you picking up an order now? Correct.
Uh-huh, correct.
All right. I just got an order from Aldi that I got to shop for 8 items.
Ooh,
I should have went on EBT, so I never got any of these. But it's only 8 items. So can
do
you
it,
give
man.
me maybe like 5 minutes or so? I should be in and out. There's like no one here anyways. I can knock this thing out.
No, no, can't.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll unassign it just for you. It's $12. So
Perfect. Thank
I
you.
will be right back. I'm sorry. You're the life of the party anyways on these lives. So I'll be right back, and you can talk to your fans, your audience. All right, I'll be right back.
Good morning, Cypress. Say hi and iterate on that. That's awesome. I love DoorDash. And happy once you start. Let's see, problems and make your own schedule. Exactly, stuff. Like I said, I can go out, Saturday morning. Honestly, if I could work more hours at my full-time job at my W-2 to make more money, I would, because I do make more, but they don't have that option. Plus, I'm salary, so it's like having that extra income. Even man, $100 a week is huge. Like that can change a lot of people's lives. And with these apps, you just work an extra 4 hours a week or 5 hours, bring in an extra $100, and there you go. Trades are the best jobs to get into, especially if you can get in free through the union. Pedro, honestly, I was uh, part of the union at a warehouse job, and I think the union's a good thing. But the issue that I had was that it's so hard to fire people that are in the union. It's a different Pedro, but great morning. Oh man, it is supposed to be like 80 degrees here. It's going to be awesome. Me and the girl, after this live, um, we're gonna go to the gym, and then tonight we're gonna do this date thing to where basically, right, basically we're gonna dress up in each other's clothes, and we're gonna try to impersonate or act like each other. And I don't know if we're gonna go live with that tonight. I suggested it, but I said we should like go out somewhere to like eat. So that'll be kind of a weird, interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people have done, because I've seen it, where people make a video about doing the parties or whatever, but I've never seen somebody actually do a live where they're dressing over. But profit over cash flow all day, yeah, absolutely. $2. Also, Joe. So I've kind of the weird thing is my mindset on kind of what a bad order is. Unless you're losing money on depreciation. So I guess incentive. The way that I look at this is, so people break it down. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a good one. Thank you. So people break it down too far, in my personal opinion. Okay, this is just mine. So people take out for maintenance, right? Well, here's my thing is, so I already factored in this car payment. This is a $370 car payment. I factored over 5 years. I factored it into my gig work money. So after the insurance, the car, and the gas, I profit about $1,000 a month. And so it's usually between 1,000 and 1,200. So when people talk about, oh, I don't take this, well, I'm already factoring it in the gas a month. And then the 1,000 to $1,200, I take at least 500 of that and throw it into my savings, right? Or my checking. And so, um, and so when people, like, oh, you gotta, do for maintenance or taxes, I understand that. But if I'm making, let's say, if I'm making $1,600, right? If I'm making, no, let's say I'm making $1,800 a month. 600 of that is going to go, well, it'd be about 700. Let's just call it $800. So I'm profiting off of about 60% of that, doing it part time, right? And so that's why I personally don't factor in quote unquote taxes and other things of that sort. Now, I understand that, you should always prepare for taxes, but just to be completely blunt, last year I made $73,000 between gig work and my W-2 job. I didn't owe anything in taxes because the miles and the my other car that I purchased last year, which got totaled this year, covered all the taxes for last year. So I would say, make sure to prepare for it, but I don't think it's as extreme as people make it out to be. And like, so I'm just, speaking on experience, but um, so this DoorDasher who broke down his income after expenses and he barely made 30 grand. Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I agree on that. You know, so I speak on me doing it part time, right? So I make about 50, I think it's 54,000 at my W-2, and then gig work it's about that 20,000. So, but yeah, no, that's you know, I don't know if I'd ever do it full time, but as a side hustle, absolutely. Like it's just, that's what I did. I broke down all the numbers. Actually, what I did was I broke everything down to where my W-2 paid for everything. And then my gig work, I looked at it and it's like, okay, do I have the funds to be able to get a second car? Okay, well, it's only going to cost me, at the time, it was $200. Now it's, $450. But in any case, so let's see. DoorDash should definitely only be done part time over hours. It's just destroying your car. Yeah, I agree to that to a certain point. But then again, it all depends on your hustle, right? So I don't know if you've seen Hybrid Hustler. He did an entire week now that's working a lot, but just active hours, I mean, he made $1,700 in a week at, I think it was 70 hours active. Now that's a lot of hours, but if you're willing to work, I mean, okay, so he worked 70 hours, right? Every week I work between 55 and 60 hours. So, I'm working a lot, doing that, doing YouTube, doing the time for the girlfriend, doing the gym. If you have the drive to do it, honestly, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You just got to have the drive, the dedication, the confidence that you're going to be able to do it. And honestly, if people want to work 80, I mean, man, there's people working 80 plus hours that are millionaires, right? So, let's see. Red, appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I'm working on new logos and new everything. Just trying to, I guess, what's the word for it? Be more, I don't know, stand out more is the correct term for it. So, I believe people's goals need to be reasonable and DoorDash shifts should be broken down by the hour. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, no, I mean, and honestly, I'm lucky in um, that aspect because honestly, about every single shift I do, it's always 20 plus per hour, right? And so And I only put about, I'd say 1,800, maybe 2,000 miles on my gig work cars, but I have two cars. I got a twin turbo Fusion that I originally bought, and I didn't want to put, all those miles on it because it is expensive to fix. Um, so let's see, an hour to hour and a half, 5 to 7 days a week, make 2 to 20, $30. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see, that's, and that's, you just hit the nail on the head right there. Really, if I wish I knew about gig apps, 5 years ago, 6 years, I always thought it was a pyramid scheme because you just hit it right there. If people would do just, 4 to 5 hours, you don't even do it all the time, or just do a weekend of, you know, if you're not a top dasher, you probably won't get those good orders, those really great ones. You get some, right? But I'd say it would probably take most people who are a top dasher or a platinum probably 5 to 6 hours to make $100. And honestly, what, an extra 5 or 6 hours out of the week? I mean, why not? Why not give yourself the opportunity to not struggle? I mean, that's, I don't know. That's my 2 cents based off of experience. And I know we all don't like to, you know, be in debt, or, we don't like to be stressed and everything else. So, but yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with, everything that you're saying, Pedro. So, oh man, it is getting ridiculously hot here. Good Lord, it is. I think the pools need to open because if it gets any hotter, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to start removing some attire, even more attire. Good Lord. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys have some fun planned for the weekend. I don't think I'm gonna do too much. I think it's just gonna be basically grinding till the summertime. Pedro, question. So, do you do gig apps as well? I assume. Um, but honestly, I think there's a lot of, I would say, misinformation, but I think that, just do orders based off of what's realistic for you. If it makes sense in your head, do it, right? Like, like I just grabbed one. It was a Sonic. It was like $6 for 5 miles, but I wasn't getting anything, and I want to keep that constant cash flow. So the way that I break it down is my car gets 26 miles to the gallon. I'm gonna waste probably, what is it, 6 miles? You're talking 80 cents of gas. So right there, I'm basically making, um, you know, basically making, what was it, $5 on the order. Do I think acceptance rate matters? Whoo, you know. So that's a really good question. It's actually a really hard question because um, I haven't been anything but a top dasher. I've always, even before this new platinum tier rolled out, or this new tier program, right? I always had my acceptance rate above 70%. And that's not me taking, trash orders. I mean, even now, for the most part, I don't take upside down crazy orders. And so I don't know what it's like. Like, Hybrid's actually a really good person to ask because had his he's had his acceptance rate at 0%. I never have. Mine's always been 70 plus. But from what I've seen, I honestly think having the acceptance rate above that 70 really does matter. I mean, you see just a lot better offers. But give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go run in here, or sorry, run to the customer because they're probably waiting for their food. So give me 1 second. Hold on. Alrighty. Let's see. Get this. Oh no, there's puppies.
I am
I don't know nothing. Not good at nothing. No, but yeah, I was at 0%. Um, I don't know what we guys are talking about, but yeah, I was at 0% AR, and I I had, I mean, I had good numbers. I would work maybe 15, 20, 25 hours a week and make, you know, 100 a day. Maybe a little less, maybe like 75 a day. It wasn't that bad. And then when I got over 50%, man, actually over 70% is when I really noticed like there's some really good orders out there. I would work 3, 4 hours now. Like yesterday, I worked less than 4 hours or around 4 hour mark, making $140. I mean, that makes big difference in your paycheck when you do that a couple times a week. So I think
625
AR really does make a difference.
for 8 miles? Nope. But like I said,
I,
I get 75 offers. Yeah, not doing $6 for 8 miles. If it was like $10 for 8 miles, I'd probably do it. But $6 for actually almost 9, no, thank you.
this is $12 for 8 miles that I'm doing, and it was a shopping order.
Ooh, not bad actually, not bad.
Yeah, not bad, but there's only one lane at Aldi. It's always that one lane, and we got a whole line going all the way back down to the deli. And it's
Yep,
like,
every
I mean, it is what it is. I got through it.
every
There's only 8 items.
back in 2020, 2021, able to keep an AR under 20% and make $50. But yeah, dude, it's just here's the thing, right? So the times have changed, and you have to. And I made, or I talked about it in a couple videos, but you have to adapt, and you're not going to be seeing those crazy, orders that are, $20 for like 1 mile. You might, but the chances you aren't. They, so DoorDash has, changed the way that they want to do things, because obviously they want to make money, and how they do that is getting you to deliver all their orders. And so that's what they're catering to, is they want all of their orders delivered so they can make money. And so you have to, adapt to one. Also, people don't have as much money because of layoffs and because things are getting more expensive. I mean, inflation in the last, what, 2 years at least, is just astronomical. And so, really good.
Anymore in 2021, I mean, that back then it was different. I say back then, but 4 years ago, yeah, the orders were in demand. You needed people to pick up these orders, do the food shopping, do the grocery shopping, whatever it is, and it was needed. So the payments were higher, the base pays were higher. People think that it's just going to happen again, and it's not. We have to adjust. As drivers, you have to adjust. If you're not adjusting, then you're just going to fall behind, and you're not going to make enough money. That's just the way it is.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, you have to change with what they're doing, and that's why they rolled out the tier program, and you got to change with it. And I think, if you haven't kept your AR above 70 for the entire time, you're really gonna, I mean, I think you're really gonna see it suffer, I mean, so they're gonna want you to take every single one. And I honestly thought about accepting that 675 for 8.7 miles, just because I was like, man, it's gonna drop my
Hmm.
AR. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
hey, I agree. I think if you're listen, again, this is just my opinion and my market, and everyone is completely different. But I've experienced 0% AR and cherry picked every little thing, and I would get multiple catering bag required, and I would just be okay with the, spending 5 hours in parking lots a day and making my $100. Obviously I'm being exaggerating a little bit with the number of hours, but still I don't like to be just sitting in parking lots anymore. I want to be just working nonstop, make my day go by faster, make the money, and go home. That's it. I mean, that's easy as that. So, yeah, am I taking some orders that probably others wouldn't take. Sure, but guess what? You aren't doing the order. I am. It's on me. You know.
Right. And so the other thing too is it's cash flow. If you're just sitting there, you're not making money, right? And so you either take one that's, like I said, I still would never take something that's, $6 for 10 miles. But if something's, $9 for 7, 8 miles, and you haven't got anything for 10, 20 minutes, why not take it? It's money in your pocket. It's going to get you to do something, and ultimately it's going to help you get to that end goal of, being debt free or making your 100 per day. So that's kind of my justification for, taking stuff too. So, but oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he says, "What, Brad?" I'm a top decliner for life. That's a good one. I like that. In my opinion, that's an employee mentally. You're worrying about the hourly rate is not a good way to look at it. Well, honestly, though, I don't really worry about the 750 plus Omaha pickup. Oh, this is a Hy-Vee grocery pickup. 750 plus, dude. They're quick. All they gotta do is just go in there and they'll throw it in the trunk. 750 plus for 1.9 miles. Yeah, are you kidding? Wait,
I find it funny that some people worry about what other people do. You
well,
know, they
I
worry about if you're accepting too many offers. Oh, you can't be accepting too many offers. Just go find
I
your own thing and do your own thing. Don't worry about what we do, you know? Like,
I just got.
seriously.
Oh my god! I just got a Hy-Vee grocery shop, a pro shopper order, 650 for 4 items. An additional, I can add to the route. So, oh man, it's only 4 items. It'd be in and out quick. Oh, I gotta
Hey,
do it.
so I have another question for you. Do you want to do
Uh-huh.
another question or?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I mean, I got a whole bunch of here. What, well, let me ask you this one. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? That's the most like in-depth question I have for you.
Where do I see myself in 3 years? Honestly, I see myself still working at the same W-2 job. And I will have this car paid off before then, have the other car almost paid off. I will have gotten into either a townhome or a house. And I figure that I'll probably be at the point to where I think about whether or not I need to keep the W-2 or do YouTube. So
It's a good
that's
way to
where
think
I see
about it.
myself. Hmm.
Awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a grind.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
My favorite?
Yeah,
Oh
and
man,
from
that's
any
gotta be,
any niche, everywhere.
man. You
Like,
know
who do you
what?
like to watch?
That would be that would be. Who do I watch the most often? I'm trying to think. Who do I watch the most often? Hybrid Hustler, duh.
Nah, come on now.
He's like, "No, no, you quit that." Um, uh, dang, who? Okay, who do I watch the most of? I watch Tim the Tatman a lot, and
Yeah,
Doctor Disrespect. I watch them a lot. Um, but I also have the funny ones like Tyler Tube, and then I watch,
Tyler
uh,
Tube. Yep,
Victory, Ryan,
yep,
and then
yeah. We watch all the same channels.
mm-hmm. Then I watch Linus Tech Tips.
Yep, yep.
Uh-huh. And then I watch there's this dude named Owen something. He has computer and PC news all the time. Owen Daniels or something like that.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
I watch him a lot. Um, but all
I
right, man.
watch. Oh, you have to go inside. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no,
I
go,
got
go,
four
go, go
minutes to
ahead.
my destination, anyways.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I watch Tim the Tatman, but I also watch instead of Linus as well. who's the other one? Technology Connections. All he talks about is just tech. So I watch him and the 8-bit guy. I'm not sure if you ever heard of the 8-bit guy. He just
Big guy.
talks about things that were like retro and such.
Oh,
He's really good. And then who's the Marquise Brownie? Is that his name? He does a lot of tech reviews. He's
oh,
really good as well.
okay,
He's like
okay.
he started out with like he was a youngin. He was like 14, 15, just doing YouTube in front of a camera. He was just showing like a remote. That was his first video, and now he's blown up. He's one of the best tech YouTubers besides Linus out there, and he does it all himself. So pretty huge.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. This shouldn't be long, dude. I got blueberries, whipping cream, fruit snack pouches, and flour. It's gonna take me like
Okay,
5 minutes, though. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run.
sounds good.
It's like I want to take the phone, but man, I want to get in here, get it done, and get back to the interview. So I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you do at your
All
other
right.
job? So, Cypress, I will
I got
answer that
a
question
drop off
when
in
you
2 minutes.
get. Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll be back.
You watch Tyler Tube as well, Sonny? Yeah, Tyler Tube is interesting. Like I used to watch him years ago. I just don't. I'm fascinated about how he does that stuff in his garage. I just some of the things I used to watch when I started watching him. He was just putting things in containers in different liquid for like 30 days. That's when I really started to notice him. But now he does like crazy things. Like he reviews lots of items and reviews how to, things on Amazon, things on TikTok, and everything else. So I got to give him credit. He definitely makes a good content on his channel. So yeah, very low cost. I remember like he was putting like, what was he putting in? Like fruit in like soda for 30 days to see how they would react and all these other things. I thought that was pretty cool. There's a lot of different YouTubers I watch. I watch people from all over the landscape of niches out there. It's fascinating what people do in their lives, and you learn things all the time. Like Victory, he was talking about Victory. Victory, he does concrete, and I mean that's a full out business. Like he made a business out of it first, and then did YouTube. I know nothing about concrete, like nothing. I couldn't even tell you. Like I got my concrete done. I got like patio done, steps done, things like that. I didn't know what they were doing, but now watching him for what almost 3 years now, I've learned so much. There's days where I'm like, what if I got into the concrete business? Obviously, I'm not, but like it's just when you watch someone for so long, you start to pick up on the littlest things like how to. Even though they're not teaching you how to do it, you pick it up from how, all the everyday of showing how to do things. He's basically teaching you. So I find that fascinating. I watch a lot of RVs and trailers, people traveling a lot. I think that's really cool just to see how people travel, what they do when they travel, where do they go. And then I used to watch a lot of like, people going to Disney World because we're Disney fanatics. And so, but I've gotten less and less on that. And I think just because my excitement for Disney has kind of dwindled over the last like 10 years. So, I mean, I still appreciate it and I still like going. It's a nice little vacation, but something changed over the last 10 years. I think it's the high cost of going to Disney. You go there now, you're spending, a mortgage payment plus. Where is this place? 412. Taste testing pizzas and things and jars. Yeah. Oh, there's a guy who I gotta find where this place. Man, that branch took everything out. There's this guy I watch. I forget where it is. It's called the New England food something, or maybe not. He takes old 50s, 40s, 30s cans and food and all that are unopened. He opens them, shows it, and eats them. Ooh, it's crazy. Oh, and the train travel channels, I do watch those as well. All right, let me go drop this off really quick. This was $12, and it was a fast ride, so just right down the road, really. Yo, it's crazy some of the things that he ate. You say it sounds nasty? Oh, man, you should watch him just for like, it's interesting, it's fascinating. A lot of the stuff he eats is like, they've been in the can for 50 years plus, and he opens them, he explains it in detail. He says how it smells, how the texture is. I think the last one I watched, he ate mac and cheese, no, scrambled eggs in a can. So it's basically powder, and he mixed the powder up in the stove to make it look like scrambled eggs, and then he ate scrambled eggs. This is so disgusting, but yet that's what he does, and he gets 500,000, a million views. It's amazing what he does. I don't understand how he's not sick, but he does taste it. Morning, y'all. All right, I gotta figure out where I'm going because I am so out of my zone. So out of my zone. Yeah, there's some really good channels out there. It seems like some of the better channels out there. I used to watch. I still kind of do, but it's not the same guy. But the Matt Pat channels. If you know Matt Pat, he did the food theory, film theory series. He had a good channel. I mean, technically, the channel's still up. It's just not the same because he doesn't host it anymore. But he was very good. I used to love his food theory, and I used to watch film theory every so often if it was a good episode. Where am I going? I have no idea where I'm going. New England Wildlife and More. That's it. That's it. Yeah, he has an interesting channel. He's been doing it for a while too, and he just in his house. He just takes old cans, I guess people give him, or he buys it off YouTube or whatever. Cans. He has box of mac and cheese from like the 1920s. He's done soup before, but it's all things that are extremely old, and he shows it off. It was like Tyler too when he used to do like the old military packaging of food that can last like forever. They say. Who was the guy that used to prank box? Oh, Mark Rober. Mark Rober's another good one. He's a NASA scientist. Well, he was a NASA scientist. I'm not sure if he still works for NASA or not, but Mark Rober, everyone knows Mark Rober. He is a fantastic YouTuber. He still works. He does one video a month. That's his schedule. Just 12 videos, but he puts in a lot of production on his videos. Yeah, people who do that stuff, like, and they eat that random, disgusting stuff, it's obviously he does it for the views, but it's working but he also educates. Like, he talks about the can, he talks about the product and how, maybe there was a label thing that, some tidbits about the label or the can itself and how the can was made, packaging was done. Like he talks about things which is interesting. Then he just dives in right to the food, and he makes it. And he also uses like old equipment and old like pots and pans. So it's like nothing's really new about this. And so like he did one where he was making something. I don't know if it was box mac and cheese or something. I don't remember. And he used like old pots and pans from that era. So, and I mean, I think it's interesting. It's entertaining. He doesn't eat. No, he doesn't eat all of it. But I
Easy
mean,
peasy.
he eats enough to
Hey,
get you sick.
I appreciate you keeping my chat busy.
Everyone, if you're new here, should like and subscribe to Dasher Stew.
Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you next. No, it's
Well, that was a
it.
quick shop.
Yeah, no, it was like I think it took me 5 minutes to shop it. It was like 4 items. And I was like, so
That's not bad.
oh bad. No, but I had this 750 plus that is the grocery one. So basically, I just pull in, and they just load me up, and then I go take it. But this 750 plus one, it's right next to this IV. I'm gonna show you these houses back here. They are, no kidding, $1 million houses. The last time that I delivered here, it was like $20, and the dude handed me a $20 tip on top of that. So
Wow.
yeah,
With the way the
that,
economy is, $1 million home doesn't get you too far anymore.
well, $1 million here. Okay, so uh, check this out. $1 million house in your area is about a $400,000 house here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we are cheap. I'm just kidding. Well, not cheap, but let's see. What is it? Holy
Well,
moly!
that's just it's just the way it is. New Jersey's always been like that. It's housing prices just go up astronomically.
Absolutely, it's crazy, dude. I mean, everywhere's expensive. All right, I got a question for you. I'm gonna pull out of my bag. It
Okay.
says, "Aha." Okay, so this is a funnier one. I like this. What do
Ooh.
you think your pet's voice would sound like if they could talk?
Oh man. Honestly, she is like the cutest little doggy ever. So I put a little bow on her and make her look like Minnie Mouse. So she would be like this. Private Hustler is my daddy. Well, yeah, like Minnie Mouse. That's what I would say.
I could order for
That was the worst impression of Minnie Mouse ever. Now I can do Mickey Mouse impressions, or not Mickey Mouse. I can do Mario, but I can't do no Minnie Mouse over here. I can't go that low, okay, or high, whatever.
Highly recommend for tips on exercises, stretches, etc. for informative. Ooh, okay. Let me watch a video of this. I need to quit
Oh yeah,
drinking.
Bob and Brad. Oh, Bob and Brad.
Oh,
You don't know about Bob and Brad? They're the most famous physical therapists on the internet, in their opinions, of course.
mm-mm. Oh God.
That's just a joke.
Oh,
It's an
Rhett.
inside joke.
Wait. You're talking about Rhett and oh God, who
Bob
was
and
it?
Brad. Bob and Brad.
Okay.
The,
Okay.
the most
Gotcha.
the most famous physical therapists on the internet, in their opinion, of course.
Right. Right.
That's
Exactly.
their slogan.
In their opinion, that's the big key word. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room for these groceries because my trunk is pretty small, and I've got the catering bag in there, and it's. I guess we'll find out, huh? I guess we'll see.
Oh man.
Okay. Do you know
Did you just
how
have a
long?
southern accent? I guess we'll see.
No, because I mean, some of the things aren't even like shopped yet.
Oh,
So
gotcha. Okay. Well, let me get a hold of support, and we'll see about
if I
it.
can maybe like just go and grab them. Why I don't have any cars.
Right.
I'll see whoever's almost done if they're done.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I don't even think they've started it yet. I got to get a hold of support. Ooh, that sucks. 750 plus for like a legitimately like 0.8 miles.
Wait, this is a smart order?
No, this is a DoorDash order that I'm picking up groceries from a Hy-Vee.
Oh, yeah. That's. I would wait. I wait it out. We can spend time talking.
Yeah, absolutely. I might have to run and deliver this other one though that I shopped because I'd make it feel bad if I had to make this first one
Yeah,
leave.
yeah. You should go and deliver first.
Yeah, leave at my door. See, when do I have to deliver it by? 9:21? Okay, so I got 10, 15 minutes. We're good. They're only like
Oh, the spam one. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Grind says he ate spam from 1985. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He does some crazy
Oh,
things.
okay. Ah,
What a crazy YouTube. YouTube
uh,
is insane. People do anything. They really do.
you're not wrong. I mean,
No.
everybody has a price.
For the $1 Million Man.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. I had to say it.
Uh, all right, next question. If money wasn't an issue, what would you do? No. What would you do with your time? If money wasn't an issue, what would you do with your time?
Well, I mean, first thing first, I think Heather and I would just want to go on vacation just forever, right? Because money is no option. So we would explore the world, and that would be the very first thing. I would go to Italy. I know she would want to go to Switzerland and Germany, and everywhere else on that side, on the um, eastern hemisphere. And it's just I don't know, just travel. Just that's it. Just go and travel and just experience the world and just do anything we wanted because money is no option. I would also, to be honest, I would probably start many, many, many different businesses, all of which help others because Heather loves to do that. Like she wants to help others. That's her biggest thing that she's always wanted to do is to start up a business helping others start their business. So I think we both find fascination and just we're both tickled by the thought of helping others succeed, and help them. Because we can, if money was no option, then we don't need
Excuse
to
me.
worry about ourselves. We want to help
I'm gonna
about
go
others.
deliver one
So,
order first. I'll be right back. So,
Okay, I'll
okay,
let them know just so they don't like.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. I'm just gonna go deliver this stuff.
yeah, I know for a fact this Burger King is not ready. I know for a fact it's never ready. This is 575 going like 4 miles. So,
Oh,
Okay, here, I'll get.
okay. Thank you. Let's see. Done by. So I have no ETA. Sorry, I'm just
no
messaging the
EPA.
customer. Okay. I basically said hi. Heidi said they are not sure when your order will be done, so I have no ETA.
Oh well, I mean you're not the one shopping it, so.
Nope. Right, yeah, dude, I'm just waiting here though. I'm gonna go deliver this one I shop because it does have some heavy whipping cream and some blueberries, so I don't want them to get super
Yo,
hot.
that
Uh,
heavy whipping cream is very heavy, so you gotta watch out. Hopefully you don't pull a muscle.
oh man, I don't know about that. Man, I've pulled a lot of stuff. I tell you what, I'm getting to that age to where it's like I have to stretch now. Like if I don't stretch, I'm miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm miserable every day, and that's because I don't stretch.
Oh, HH, you should keep doing those lives with a bean. Those those were fun, dude. Like those 20 or 30-minute walks.
What you're trying to say is, HH, you need to start walking, and then yeah, bring Bean with you as well. You need to start walking. That's what you're saying. No, I got you. I
Hashtag,
got you. Are you a
hashtag
dog fan or a cat fan? Are you dog or team cat?
I'm sorry. Say it one more time. I
Are
apologize.
you team dog or team cat?
I am definitely team dog.
Any specific dog? Any breed?
Honestly, I love English bulldogs.
English bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, love them. They are the ugliest, most adorable dog you've ever seen in your life.
Ugly. They're ugly, and I love them.
I love the ugliness. I love it. They're so ugly. They're adorable, right? It's like, oh, you're so ugly. Come here.
Are, are you like one of those people that watches like the dog show and you're like the ugly dog competition and you're like, yes, that's my favorite. I
Uh,
want that ugly dog to win. I want to adopt that dog.
I haven't watched the
You're over
show,
there
but I
breeding
watched
ugly
the
dogs over
video.
there.
I watched the videos. I showed my girl because she wants a Chihuahua, and I'll find the ugliest Chihuahua you've ever seen. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this one. She said, no. I was like, why not? It's Chihuahua.
I can't stand chihuahuas. My mom had three of them, and I was just never a fan of chihuahua. I mean, I'll be nice to the dogs, but the dogs were never really nice with me. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let me go in this Burger King real quick and see. Hopefully that they have it. If they don't have it ready, I'm coming right back in.
Sounds good, man. Go make
I'll be
that
back.
meal.
Yep.
No worries, she definitely wins. Yeah, Heather, Chihuahuas are no, they are not. Oh God, I gotta hit the brakes. They are not nice dogs at all. I don't know why people like them, and people always give the pit bulls and the Rottweilers like they can do more damage, but I have seen so many more aggressive Chihuahuas than anything out there. That is I granted though I don't mind some like long-haired ones. um I honestly would rather have a Pomeranian though, because they're basically the same size. They look kind of the same, but they have a better attitude most of the time. They don't have that little person or that little dog complex that all the Chihuahuas have. So, but anyways, ooh, Heather, are you excited? HH is gonna. He was like, I gotta take the wife out, and I was like, ooh, that'll be fun. It'll be fun. Do you know what? Or actually, no, I'm gonna ask him. Actually, yeah, I'll ask him what he plans on doing for you guys. There's like, there's a couple things me and the girl are gonna do here, but most of the time it's during the summertime. When we can go out and we'll go hiking or we'll go canoeing or things of that sort. So let's see. Yeah, I was told to get ready soon. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Okay. So that you won't say it. Aha. Gotcha. Okay. I know what that means. Okay. Awesome. Well, if I know the Mr. HH well enough, he'll have something good planned. I tell you what, I am so proud of your husband. It's insane. I think I started watching him at honestly, I think it was like maybe 300 subs. Um, and I mean, you obviously see too the work he's put into you know his channel and everything. It's absolutely insane. I never thought. I never. I mean, I don't think you thought either. I don't even think he thought. It's like whoa. It's extraordinary, just the explosion that just happened almost immediately. I am absolutely proud of him. I'm proud of everybody who's just putting in the work and grinding. I am happy for everybody, but we are such homebodies. We need to start getting. Yeah, I think that the social media. I mean, it's honestly, it's not even that. It's technology, right? We are able to do everything and not even move like this. We can get groceries. We can get food. we never even have to leave. So really, I mean, it's the technology part. Um, we're just able to get everything we want. And even talking on that too, with Amazon, like, you can get anything you need off of Amazon from almost anywhere in the world. Like, they don't have this cable. Cool. Order it on Amazon, right? Um, Here, give me 2 seconds. Thanks, Dewey's for sure. Hard worker, always has been. No matter what he's been doing, super proud of watching him see. Yeah, I mean, he he's got, and I told my girlfriend this, is I asked her, seriously, where, ooh, I got a good question to ask HH. Haha. But, so I'll come back to that. Give me 2 seconds. I need to drop this off at the customer really quick. It's a grocery order. So, okay, cool. Okay. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Hold on. Alrighty, we good. Let's see. Hey, can I tell you something sweet about my question? Sure, absolutely. What is your question? And he says, I apologize if we haven't been looking at chat a bunch. We've been kind of going back and forth. That today's this Burger King is horrible. Ooh, that stinks, man. Ask away, nieces. You are absolutely welcome to ask any questions you want. I'm a pretty open person. The only thing I wouldn't say even me personally, but I just don't. I mean, I'll actually talk about anything. I don't care if it's religion, I don't care if it's politics, but it's because even if I don't agree with somebody, I'll say, hey, I respect your opinion. I don't think that way, but, thanks for sharing. I respect it, and that's it. But there's a lot of people that can't do that. So, um, really, so like I was saying, I asked my girlfriend, I was like, honey, has there ever been a time in your life when you were either doing something physically, mentally, to where you thought, there's no way I can do this? This can't be done. And then you did it anyways. And that was a serious question. I was like, have you ever done something like that? She's like, well, in the gym. And I'm like, no. I'm talking about like something that is quote unquote seemingly impossible. Almost like you think that someone's insane for doing it. Um, and she couldn't find one. But what I told her is that there are very few people that are like that. I'm that. I'm like that. HH is. I mean, there are very few people that can do things and push themselves that far or farther than they ever think they could. I mean, just on a whim. Like, if someone told me, hey, if I have the time for it, hey, let's do this for 24 hours, sure, I can do it. Like, I know it's going to suck, but I can do it. Like, it might be crazy to some people, but, you know, here, let me see. Uh, let's see. His boss at a high-end restaurant wanted him to work double on Mother's Day. We already had plans to eat out. He negotiated a deal with his boss for a whole family to come pay the house if he works. That question mark was supposed to say about my son. Oh, gotcha. Also, I had a restaurant wanting him to work double on Mother's Day. We already had plans to eat out. Negotiated a deal with his boss for a family to come eat on the house if he works. Ooh. That's a hard one, nieces. Ooh. I mean, I don't know. I was hoping a good way to make everyone happy. He's so smart. Yo, that's honestly, I mean, at the end of the day, even if he technically isn't joining, he's doing something for his mom, right? I don't know. I'd say that's okay. My dad personally, when I worked at my uh, warehouse job at Budweiser, I basically worked Sunday through Thursday. So every Sunday I had to go in about 11 a.m. And my dad would honestly get angry if I couldn't go to my mom's, Mother's Day things. So, but I guess, it all depends on what you think is whether, you know, like if you want them there. But at the end of the day, you're getting meal free. I don't know. I guess I just let him work. It's like, let him work. And then if it's on the house, I mean, that technically means you can order, some pretty good stuff. So why not? Push himself that. As a wife, I tend to worry and caution against pushing himself too hard to the point of burnout. He also inspires me with his determination. Well, but I also think, though, Heather, that one thing that I do. You can keep going, yeah, people. One, one, one thing that I don't do, and that HH does, is HH takes time off. So, like when he did that challenge last week, he took time off because he needed to. Me, on the other hand, I don't do that. I probably should take some time off, but I won't lie. Besides my last vacation, I hadn't had a day off of work in probably 3 to 4 months, and that
I
was
rarely take a day off.
yeah, and that was for like, was it for like Christmas or like an actual holiday? Other than that, I mean, every weekday I'm out 12 to 14 hours, and then you know the weekends I'm here grinding as well. So, but ooh, HH, I had a good question for you. It was actually I need to go
All
back
the
to
other ones were bad, so this is finally the good one. I'm looking forward to it.
all the other ones. Yeah. Um, this one is actually I asked my girlfriend, and she didn't have an answer. She couldn't
Okay.
give one. My question is, when in your life have you ever looked at something or done something to where you were like, there is no way that this can be done. There's no way that I can do this. But then you ended up doing it. Like,
Yeah, I can tell you the answer to that one. When I met Heather, there was no way, no way. I'm telling you, I was so intimidated by talking to her. That's not a cop out answer either. That was absolutely the truth. I was so embarrassed by talking to her that I thought that she was like this top tier, person where there was no kid. But man, I was so nervous. But not only just nervous, I thought that there would be no chance whatsoever.
that's awesome. Yeah, that is exactly how I felt about Fauna. which is my girlfriend, she yeah, she is just yeah, I yep. Same way. I'm like, how did that and then where's the I don't get it.
I cut out. I got to please repeat. Oh, I'm not falling for that one.
I see
My
what she's
signal's pretty
doing.
good around here.
I see what she's doing. She's like, hold on, explain more. Hold on. You're welcome, Heather.
No,
She
but
wants your mom to.
in all seriousness, I again, I keep talking about being shy and such. If you would have seen me in college or in high school, I was very timid. I was very like there was no way I was going to talk to anyone, and I didn't really date much either in high school. So it was like, I mean, yeah, I did, but I wasn't that outgoing person at all. So when I met Heather, it was a different experience, and you know, we joke about it now, but I did some things that I regret, but I got out of my comfort zone, and I just thought to myself, man, at the time there was no way that this girl was gonna like want to be around me, and we're gonna go out and hang out and have fun. I don't know what she saw in me at the time, but something that I must have did and must have made her laugh somehow. And the rest is history. And then we got married. So it's been a fun ride. It really has. And I would do it all over again. But back then, I thought I had no shot. No shot.
Mhm. That's funny. Yeah, I just. Alrighty, I got another question. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's not do that one. Man, these are some serious questions. Why did I get so many serious ones?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like I'll give you a question of mine that I had. Do you prefer? I'm telling you, these are the type of questions, right? These are the type of questions. I had to get around this bus. Do you prefer city or country living?
Ooh, that's a. Mm. Honestly, I think so. I think it's a combination, and I think it's the reason why I said it is because I'm going to say suburbs because I'm technically like on the edge of the quote unquote city limits or whatever, but it's the suburbs. Um,
Yeah,
but I think country's too far from people, but I think that like the actual like city is too crowded. So I'd say honestly, suburbs is like where it should be.
yeah.
That's where I am. It's just yeah.
Yeah, that's me too. I mean, I would prefer the countryside if I had to pick. I mean, I definitely would never go back to the city life again. I lived in the city. I was never a fan of it. We've traveled to different cities, like major cities, and I can't stand it. And no offense to like Boston or New York or anything, but like it's not for me. I just want the open land. Give me 3, 4, 5 acres of land, and I put a little tiny home in there, and I'll just live life. Yeah, that's what I want. So
Do you know what's crazy? So I got this Hy-Vee grocery pickup. It's stacked on the grocery shop one. Now it just stacked on. So I delivered the last one. It just stacked on a Jimmy Egg 650 for 4 miles. So they're obviously not done shopping yet. So I got another order I could go do. I'm just gonna keep getting add-ons and try. I mean, it works.
yeah,
That's.
gotta get it.
I guess I'll
I
do it.
think this is the address. If they don't even write if it's A or B, and so I'm just going to assume it's A because they don't put down if it's A or B. Oh well, let me go drop this
I
off.
would assume it's A. I would absolutely assume it's A. Man, okay. He's gonna go uh, ridiculous. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that, it gives me stacks while just waiting there for 30 years. So I could And the bad part is I can't even unassign it either. That's the bad part. Because it does not say your completion rate won't be affected. It'll still get that hit on the completion rate. So HH, the only crappy part is, so this only happens a few times on these orders, but if they're too big or some weird way that if I go to unassign the grocery one, it'll affect my completion rate. But it only happens on certain ones.
Huh.
Mostly, if you're waiting 10 minutes or longer, you can unassign and be fine. There's a couple of them that
Yeah,
doesn't work.
sometimes they don't pop up. They don't show. I did notice that. I have noticed it. I have a catering pickup that I gotta go to, so I might start going to that area. It's not until 11:20, but
Ooh,
I don't want to take that chance that I'm gonna miss it, so I'm gonna have to go towards it now. It's a Chinese restaurant, catering, $260 worth of food, being delivered to an edible arrangements.
oh.
So,
So, a question: do you think this is a real name or a fake name? The name is Shaguna. Shaguna. Shaguna.
uh, you asking me, like, I'm gonna say it's a real name.
That's an interesting one. Because you know how some people can put like Jay-Z or something like that. I wonder.
I, I had one person say that they were Alf. You know Alf? Remember that old '80s show, Alf? And
Yep.
there's no way there's another person named Alf anywhere. You know the Alf, the alien life form. That's what it was named after.
Mhm.
Alien life form that ate cats. It was back
Oh,
in the
yep.
'80s. I don't know if you remember it, but uh, yeah, he was an alien. He had a big nose that came out like this.
Okay.
Anyways, Alf.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, his name was Alf, alien life form. And there was a guy that I delivered to one time that his name was Alf. And I'm like, either he's shortened it down from Alfred or his name is really Alf. And I doubt that it was really Alf. So I think he was just playing around. Alf.
Uh, Elf. I Do you know what's weird? You used to see a whole bunch of names. Like I think people begun to phase out certain names. Like I don't think that I see hardly any Bertas or Berthas or Bobs or
You
Sheltons.
Shelton. Yeah, I don't think I've only seen one Shelton. And he was a wrestler. Shelton Benjamin. But anyways, yeah, I think you're right. I think in history, generations use out the name, and then they'll go away for like a couple years, 10 years or so, and then come back because it's nostalgic. So I think that is a sort of a thing because I see that with a lot of names, like a lot of boys' names that I know is so outdated. Like it's the old time. Like you're some like old name, and then you don't see it anymore. And
Right.
now they're starting to come back again. So I see that a lot.
Right. All right, give me two
Well,
seconds. I'm gonna go run here to Jimmy Egg. It should be ready, and I'll be right back.
what is Jimmy Egg? Is that just a breakfast spot? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Just like it looks basically like one of those old village inns. It's basically like an older that type of a
Oh, okay.
diner, I should say. Yeah. So give me like 2 seconds. I'll be back. One
All
moment, por
right.
favor.
So I'm going 21 minutes to this Chinese restaurant, it'll pit me around 10:50, and that's good. That's good timing. So I'll just sit and wait until they're ready for this. So $260 worth of food going to an edible arrangements, and I was delivered that order, so might as well. So it's funny that you say Bob because HH and I have a name from Bob. Yes, Bob. You don't see too many Bobs anymore. You really don't. Boys' names, especially, well, maybe girls' names as well, but you don't see too many of the traditional names. I don't know. And what a nice day out. And first, a Saturday, barely anyone on the roads. Barely. We got to figure out what we're doing today.
Woo! Well, that
We got
was
to go
quick.
someplace. Oh, that was
Sweet.
quick.
Sweet.
I was thinking you were going to be like 20 minutes.
Close the door on there. Okay, I got a good question for you. What's the
Okay.
funniest moment you've ever shared with a stranger?
That's a very good question. I don't. Funny. There's rarely any funny moments in my lifetime. Funny with a stranger.
Uh-huh. With a stranger.
Huh. Maybe you can help me out with that because that's a stumping question. I'm rarely stumped on a question, and I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to go back. Because I'm not really funny. I'm really not like. Uh,
Or or like something that happened between or like maybe something that had happened that you and somebody else had witnessed that was a stranger or something between you two like I don't know, like maybe you were like walking and a bird pooped on both of your heads or something like that.
um.
Maybe not. Maybe we'll come back to that.
Wow. That I am completely stumped here. I'm really trying to think. Um. Yeah. You know what? What about you on that one? Because I really don't know.
Me and a stranger. Well, it would probably be man. What's
You're
something that
right.
happened to me and a stranger? Hmm. That's, I wanted to stump you, not me. Ah, let's see, me and a stranger. I would say, oh, I mean, it was more, I guess, awkward than funny. Now that I think about it, it's funny. But there was a guy that I was handing food off to, and for some reason, like we couldn't like say what was it? So we were like talking at the exact same time, and then like when we tried to hand it off, it was like we were trying to figure out how to hand it off, like slip his fingers through the like handles of the bag, trying to hand it off, and I was like, "Look, do you want me to just put it down?" And then he was like, "No, no, I got this." He was like, "Oh my god, it was so it was so awkward." But now that I think about it, dude, we looked so dumb, just two grown men trying to figure out how to pass off groceries to. It was stupid. It was the
I
dumbest thing.
really thought you were going to talk about the story about you and the lady in the robe. I thought that would have been the funniest thing.
I guess now that that's probably the funniest. There. Oh, I got a funny story about. Well, it's more like my dad and my brother, but that's not a stranger. But yeah, no, you're right. Probably if it wasn't that one, I was thinking, I was like more like, what the f? But no, you're right. That's definitely the funniest one was. Yeah.
I
So
had
no.
an awkward a situation with a customer one time. I mean, it's not funny. It's definitely not funny, but it's definitely awkward. I had to bring in groceries. It was a I don't she's there. She's sitting in like the wheelchair, or maybe it was some other chair. I forget what it was. But she has the oxygen tank. And so she's just sitting there. She stares at me and she goes, "Could you mind putting all the bags on the counter?" I said, "All right, listen, it's only you. It's a nice clean place. It's not dirty at all." Like, she really kept it clean.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Maybe she just doesn't move around there. So, but either way, so I put everything on the counter for her. And the most awkward experience, she goes, "Can you plug in my tank?" And I didn't know what she meant by that, but it was her oxygen tank system. She needed me to plug it in for her. And I'm like, what if I
Oh,
never showed up? Like, would you not have air? I don't know how it works, but it was so awkward to go and plug it in and to give her, like, she had this like long tube and hose, and I had to like help her connect it. It was very awkward, and I had no idea what I'm doing. She's like directing me on all this stuff, and I'm like, what if no one showed up for a couple hours? Would you have enough air? Like,
okay. So to piggyback off of that, because I think the awkward question is probably better than funny, because I have an instance that I'm going to talk about after I drop this food off. Sorry, I was like, you're like, no, I want to hear it. Give me 2 seconds. Right. And I'm going to tell you, but you got to hold on about 2 minutes. Hold on. I'm going to drop this off. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to drop this off quick, and I'm going to run back to Hy-Vee, wait for that grocery order, which is actually fine.
if only Stu was truthful, and instead of saying 2 seconds, he would be like the most realistic. I'll be back in about 45.6 seconds.
I'll be back in here. Let's see. It is. I'll be back in 30. Let's see. It's 20. Hold on. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to jump out at exactly 30, and we'll see. I'll be 25 minutes. Go.
I have the timer set, so off by 5 seconds. So whatever it says here, it'll be 5 seconds. Got to add 5 seconds to it.
56. It was 20.
That was all right. 16. I got 16 seconds. What did you get? 16 plus 5, so 21 seconds. You got 6. That was not no 6 seconds. I put it on 5 seconds after you, and it showed up as 16.
I got 26. Sorry.
Oh, 20. That makes sense. That makes sense. Not 6 seconds. I would be like, holy smokes.
Lightning fast. Okay. The most awkward. Oh, man. Give me a second. I had it. The most awkward. Okay. So, wait. Nope. I lost it. Isn't that hilarious? We're just like, I got it, and then you just lose it completely.
Oh, I know.
Man, every time. That's how you know we're
All right,
getting
I got
old.
a question for you. I'll move on. I got a question for you. If you could have dinner with any person, dead or alive, who would you bring?
Ooh. I would, honestly, I think it would have to
No,
be.
I want you to lie on this.
Lie.
You said honestly.
It would probably have to be. Think for a second.
I am
Who would
listening. I just got.
dead or alive? I would say Stephen Hawking, actually. Like that would be before his condition got really bad, where he could actually talk to you. Man, can you imagine like the stuff that he knows, like the information that he has? That would be
Yeah.
insane. Absolutely insane. That man was so brilliant. It wasn't even funny.
What kind of dinner would you have with him? Like, what's your main course that you're having?
Oh, my main course. I would say probably. I wonder what it would be. I wonder what's common in the UK. Because I imagine it'd be somewhere like around Cambridge. So
Oh, so
I'd
you would go
imagine.
all the way over there. You wouldn't just bring him over to like anywhere here in Nebraska, right?
No. No, no. There's nothing prestigious about Nebraska.
Come on.
We have cow poop and farms all over the place. I don't want to bring them here. It's gross. Um, but you know what? It'd probably be a
What's better?
probably a steak. I don't know. Yeah, probably steak, green beans with mashed taters. That I do either do medium rare or medium. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, you got to. I mean, there's just yeah,
You ever have
definitely
it
have to.
Pittsburgh style, where it's like super charred on the outside, but then rare on the inside?
No, huh?
Oh, it's super good. It's like all charred, like charred to like almost like you think if you're eating a well done piece of steak, but on the inside, it's like rare. It's very, very good. They call it Pittsburgh style.
Oh, I just remembered the most awkward thing I had with a stranger. So
Okay.
this was before GigTube. This was at the gym. There's an older gentleman that I began talking to. He's probably in his like 50s. He no shit told me that he would give me $200 to go over to his house while his wife was at work, take my shirt off, and he could rub my chest.
What? Really?
Yes, yes, 100%.
And he was going to pay you
Yeah,
$200.
he was gonna pay me $200, and I was like, nah, dude, that's so weird. Nah.
I mean, that's a story. I no, I wouldn't be doing any of that. But
No, gross. No, no, no. Just no.
wow.
Just no.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Are we done? Are we good? Yeah, sweet. Woohoo. It's ready. I guess it paid off. Sweet. Oh, you are just glitching. Yeah, you're going. Oh, oh, am I? Oh, well, maybe it's my phone then. That's maybe it's. Stay tuned next time. All right, I got a good question actually. What is something that makes you
Fine.
really angry? What is something really angry? Angry.
Angry. I'm
Angry.
hungry. um, I was gonna say what makes me really hungry is talking about food. I'm hungry right now. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. I went right out. What makes me angry?
Like
I
really
don't think
angry.
that
Like really.
I don't get really angry. And I know Heather's gonna be like, "Oh, you're the eye roll's coming."
Mhm.
No, but I
Oh,
really don't.
hold on. 1 second. I need to help him because he doesn't know how to open the trunk because it opens sideways.
Okay.
Hold on. So, I put some. It's just that part. Okay, sorry. He had to open up the other way. He's like, huh? No, it's okay. Thank you. All right. So, what makes you really angry?
Nothing really gets me angry, to be honest with you. Things that get me annoyed are dumb people moves, things that people try to. I would guess if people try to tell me what I have to do or what I should do, that annoys me. But nothing really gets me mad because I feel like it takes more energy and more effort to get mad at something than it does to just ignore it and just move on. Like I used to get mad when I was younger. I used to like get mad at like a lot of little things, like just the way people acted or the way people used to talk to me or whatever the case may be. It was just like that's a. I used to think to myself that's a dumb statement that you would say. Nowadays, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me anymore, and things really just don't bother me like they used to. And I kind of just like go with the flow on stuff. So nothing really gets me mad, but I do get annoyed at certain things. That's just the way it is. When people tell me how I should act, how I should be, what I should or should not be doing in life, that kind of annoys me, but not really. It doesn't get me mad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I'd say the most angry I've ever gotten is when I witness guys harassing women, and that happens at the bar a lot. Or putting their hands on somebody, that really makes me mad. Like that's when I go off of the chain. Being completely honest.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? Now that you say it, I mean, obviously, yes. I guess I wasn't thinking in that regards, like in certain situations, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see what you mean by that. Not
Hmm.
cool.
Yep, I get absolutely just angry.
Is it me or my signal? My signal must be really bad because I'm hearing like even for myself, I'm seeing blocky from my signal. I'm seeing everything blocky. So hopefully you guys
Oh,
can hear me.
awesome. Have a good one. Thank you. Yep, sorry about that. No, you're good, man. Have a good one. Thank you. Done. I gave him a $2 tip because I had him like move from the trunk to the back seat and some other stuff. So say, hey, man,
I
thanks.
I've never tipped my my people before. I've never tipped
I
anyone like that.
So there is one person. So I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, and he loaded me 3 to 4 times. And then at that point, I was like, "Hey, man, look, here's like $5. Thanks for
Yeah.
So at that point,
Well, we know how it is with tips, so it does make people's day, when they get something.
hand to receipt. Thank you.
So, do you still play
Oh,
Call of Duty?
eh, I do play Call of Duty. I have basically spurts where like 1 or 2 weeks I'll do it quite a bit, and then I won't do it for like a month, and then I'll do it for um, mainly because, dude, I'm tired. Like after 12 to 13 hours, and then my girl will be like, "Hey, we haven't done anything. You've been gone all day," and I'm like, "Well, I guess I'll spend time with the girl."
Right, right.
So, um, but
No,
honestly,
I
like
hear you.
I
I don't play that
enjoy.
either. I don't. I rarely play the game anymore. I used to play it, years ago, and especially when I was like big on Tim the Tatman. But I don't. I don't play games. I don't play any games anymore the way I used to.
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't know
It
if
is
it's sad. It's
sad.
probably a good thing, but
I'm gonna make a U-turn. This is just impossible to try to turn. This one thing, honestly, though, that's good about this small car, man, I can park in such small areas too, like small spaces. I love this dumb thing. My girl hates it. She hates this car. She's like, it's too small. I can't fit in it. I need room. I was like, all right, honey, whatever.
What car does she want?
Well, she just likes big cars. Like if she could have it, she wants a Nissan Rogue or, a Jeep Grand Cherokee or, even those big Tahoes. And I don't know what it is with women wanting those big SUVs. It's like, we need the biggest thing in the world. I said, honey, you need the smallest thing, so you quit hitting everything. That's what you need, okay?
Oh man, not going to even go there. Not even going to go
Try
there.
to zip the lips. That's it. It's not even. Honey, love you. See you soon.
It, I think you got a question next, not me. I
Yep,
need to move on from that.
yep. I got one right here. What? Oh God. What's the
Uh,
worst gift you've ever received, and what did you do about it? You
worst
you you
worst
don't
gift.
you don't have to mention the gift if or like if it gives anything away, but maybe just like what did you do about it? So if you're comfortable answering what it was, do it. But if not,
Wait. The worst gift. You're saying like a gift, like a present type thing.
correct. Yeah. What's the worst gift you've ever received, and what
Um.
did you do about it?
Well, I think it's okay that I talk about it. It's not even a big deal. But um, back in when by so Christmas got a little difficult in our family, in our household for a couple years because we have 7 people in the household. So my dad worked nonstop, 24 hours a day it seemed like, and just to pay the bills and take care of us. So eventually things got a little harder to give gifts for all 5 children, as we got older. And I remember one year they were just strapped for cash. It was just one of those things. But my mom was just so insistent. Gifts were important. Like kids got to open the gifts. So one year I got paintball. I opened it up and it was all these paintball guns and like the paintballs and everything else. And I looked at it and I said, "What in the world is this?" Like I had no idea, and I had no fascination. I never even asked for it. Um, I hate to say it because if my dad is watching, obviously he's not. Not no offense on you. Not that he doesn't want to watch you, Dasher Stu, but he just doesn't know you, obviously. But all right, Siri, sorry. So, but he bought us, me and my brother, uh, paintball guns, and I never even took it out of its package. Um, so I have no idea where it's at. And that was when I was maybe, what, 13, 14 years old. So that was probably the worst gift I've ever received because I had no care in the world for it. But it was a shame at the same time because my dad just had to go to Kmart and buy something for us just to put it
Word.
under the tree, you know?
Okay.
So
Awesome.
that's my worst gift I've ever received.
Give
It's a
me two
shame thinking
seconds.
about it because I feel bad about it, but go ahead. You
No, no, you're good. I just have to hand it to the customer, and I'm in their driveway, so I imagine they're staring at me like, "What's this guy doing?" So, hold on. Probably thinks I'm crazy.
and I'm sitting
All right, I'm gonna
at
call
the
him. All right.
Chinese restaurant here waiting for this big order. $260 worth of food, but it's not supposed to be picked up until I think 11, 10 after 11 maybe.
So if I don't have your
So
grocery,
you're a
it
little
said to
early.
give it to you. I didn't want to ring or knock. It's still kind of early. So no, 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 you're fine. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome.
You fine.
No, no, it's okay.
30-minute parking, towing enforced. Oh, well, I'll probably be here about 20, 30 minutes. Where is this place at? Oh, it's right here. That's where it's at. I think I've only been here once. Now, what's the best you've ever received? Well, obviously, it was that Nintendo Switch. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. Well, sure, it's always been you. I told you that earlier too. Like, I never thought I'd spend nearly 20 years with you. Never.
Oh god, almost done.
And it's the gift that keeps on giving every single day. What's happening, Stu?
Okay. Yep. Except for that one. Nope. Good on that. Cool. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right, down. Easy money. Exactly. All right, and now I'm curious on what I waited an hour for 750 plus. Watch, it's gonna be
There's
like
no plus. It'll be 750.
1350.
Oh, look at that.
Not bad
Done.
actually.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. Yo, not bad actually. I mean, the first 40 minutes, I don't think you or I got anything. Isn't that crazy?
Now, yeah. Yeah, today was not that great of a day, but I do have this catering. It's going to be, I think it's $21 plus an $8, so it's like $29 total for this catering pickup. So
Awesome. Wait, is that on like the Deliver That app or the?
deliver that, yeah, yeah. I rarely get a deliver that order, so.
So do you find out that okay? Question is it for you like you have to have the app open and as soon as it pops up you have to hit it?
Yep, because otherwise, in my area at least, you'll never see it. Like they'll come up with a notification saying, "Hey, delivery up" or whatever it is, and then as soon as I click on it, it's disappeared. It's gone. So
That's the same way.
but I found that if you open up the app around 5:30, 6 in the morning, you get orders and no one is awake. So I usually find all the orders for the morning at like 6 in the morning, and I usually cherry pick which one's the best. But lately, I've only been getting one or two orders first thing in the morning. So this one just so happened to be a really good order too. So can't complain. In fact, I actually got to hit the start button. So give me 1 sec.
Nope, you're good. You are good, man. Hit the start button. Woo! Yeah.
10 minutes.
It's not the worst thing. I mean, it made $42 in 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2 hours active. Eh, not the worst thing. 40. I made
Sense.
$41.98.
Good for you. Yeah, because I didn't work for the first like hour. It seemed
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, because we didn't get. Well, I got my order probably 10 minutes before your first one, and I waited 40 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, HH. Well, I think I'm gonna call her there.
Well, we got to do this more often.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to
I
do.
think what we should do is we should do this at like our homes, so the signal's better, and then we can just have a good conversation and just have chit chat with the chat and things like that.
Yo, we could play some games too. We could play some awesome
You see,
games.
you're in and out.
What? No, it's me. It's probably me. This is kind of a weird area, but good.
Yeah, but
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for coming on, and we will do this again.
all right, I'll talk to you guys. Thank you.
See you, HH. All right, guys. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. That is it for the live stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it wasn't a challenge or anything, but anyways, like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'll catch you next one. Bye, guys.